to make that money while you sleep, I'm gone.
What's good? What's good? What's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, and welcome to another amazing episode of Trappin Tuesday, man. All right. So listen, man, before we get started, I just personally want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all that listen to this show each and every week. 185, Jose? 185 episodes. That means we are 15 episodes away from 200. So let's just salute to that, y'all. Also, man, I just want to say that I appreciate y'all. That 200 is going to be special, but that 185 is special too, because without you all, we don't have 185 reasons to show up each and every Tuesday. Without y'all, we don't have 185 reasons to demand that we get better. Without you all, we don't have 185 reasons on why we feel like we walking in our purpose. So thank y'all for just watching us on your TV, watching us in the bedroom, watching us while you're in the kitchen cooking, watching us while you at work, watching us on the weekends sometimes you doubling back, watching us, tagging us. Like, I love it, y'all. And I will say that I let y'all down because I haven't been doing my part at pushing y'all to get us on the podcast charts. And I guess because I just be so focused on the quality of the content that we trying to put out. But so I'm going to start doing better at reminding y'all, hey, y'all, go download it on this every day. Because at one time we peaked out at number 4. And I remember that. And that really felt good to have an investing channel. You know, Wall Street looks like us, Trappin Tuesday, Wall Street Trapper, in the top of the financial chart. So I just want to say it's my bad. I let y'all down. But I'm going to get on that, man. So just want to say that, man. Thank y'all for that and salute y'all one more time, man. All right, man. So today, episode 185, there's something that is key here, and I want to say it. Just like in the market, you know, we watch key levels. You know, we watching the levels in the market, and for every new level, you understand that there's at some point going to be some overhead resistance. And so you fall back on some key support because you feel like that key support gives you safety. But I think one of the things we do is we don't look at life that way. I think I often look at the market also as a way that I navigate life. I look at the market and say, like, am I in price discovery mode? Meaning, am I in new area, new territory that I've never been to before? And at one point, when I get in that level, when I'm running on a high, that I meet some type of resistance up top that brings me back down. And how far do I let it bring me down? And where's my support level at? And I think sometimes in life, we forget that there's support there. I think sometimes in life, we forget that the resistance is necessary. Because without the resistance allows us to back up, reanalyze, and know what it takes for us to do what, y'all? Break through. When is that breakout moment going to happen in our life? We don't only have a breakout once we break through. A breakout is only a breakout once it goes through resistance. And resistance is simply an old level that we have already explored, but at the time, we just didn't have what it takes. We didn't have the wherewithal. We didn't have the fortitude. We didn't have the formula. We didn't have the calluses just to break through that ground. And so sometimes resistance is as important as price discovery. But we all love price discovery because we roaming and we in an area that we've never been in before. And the candle is really, really green. And it's showing us that we got all the momentum. And it's showing us that we are needed. We are loved. We are wanted. We are appreciated. We are admired. Y'all see what I'm saying? And then we run into resistance and make us feel, am I still loved? Am I still needed? Am I still appreciated? Is this thing for me? So resistance can sometimes cause doubt, but this is why it's important for us to watch the levels. It's important that we always watching the levels. Because if we always watching the levels, then we can always tell ourselves, here's what's ahead. And support is just a simple way for us saying, I've been here before. I've got my footing again. And I think sometimes in life when we lose footing, we so focused on what's ahead, we think that the setback is truly us losing, when really the setback is designed for us to recalibrate ourselves. Recalibration is needed on this journey, especially for you and me as first-time millionaires, first-time generational wealth builders, first person in our family to invest, first person in your family to buy a home, first person in your family to buy some land, first person in your family to graduate from college, first person in your family not to go to prison at a certain age. You are the first, so of course you're gonna have a lot of resistance, but in order to have a resistance, it's okay for you to say, here's what my support is. So we should always be watching the levels. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the market that we forget the life psychology that comes behind this. And what I love about the market is it exposes who you are as a person, and it exposes where all your fearful moments at. And so what I love about the market is it shows me things about myself that I often wouldn't want to look at. The market makes me look at the mirror of myself. The market makes me say, if you're making a bad decision here, where else you making bad decisions at? The market makes me say, hey, if you're going to be greedy here, where else you being greedy at? The market going to tell me, hey, if you being fearful here, where else are you being fearful at? The market's going to tell me, hey, you painting the picture that's not there? Are you good at making bad situations worse in your head? Are you often greedy all the time? Do you know how to take profit? Do you know how to take a loss and keep going? Does a loss get you down? If so, what is that reflecting out of your life for real? So we always have to be watching the levels. That's what I love about the market. It makes me look in the mirror even when I don't want to. And so instead of me always just looking at the price and what the chart is doing, I'm saying, okay, if the chart is doing this or this, how am I responding to this so I can look at the chart of my life? Where's my support level at? Where's my dynamic support at? Where's my dynamic resistance that I'm running across? What do I have to do to get back in bullish territory in my life? Am I in a bearish season right now? Am I in a bullish season right now? Am I ranging right now? And I'm not talking about the market, I'm talking about in my life. So I'm asking you, when you're looking at the market, also take that time to look at your life so we can always be watching the levels. Now, I know that every level comes with a different form of resistance, and sometimes we don't even know where the resistance comes from because we're in price discovery mode. Like one of my resistance levels hit me when I bought the building. I'm like, everything going. We just bought the building. We just made $860 in a week. We just did $1 million in a play. I'm in price discovery mode. I'm somewhere I ain't never been at. And then you get the building, boom, the roof fall out. Wait, I just hit resistance. I don't know what happened right there. Wait, it's still leaking 3 months later, so now I'm ranging. I'm ranging now. Because now I'm going through what's going on with the roof. I'm ranging, so now what happened? Are you in panic mode while you're ranging? Are you getting frustrated while you're ranging? Are you now making moves that's not there? Are you seeing stuff ain't there? Are you still looking at the chart? What happens when you hit resistance and then you start ranging? So now you're going through good, bad, good, bad. The roof leaking, cool. Now $1.5 million lost in the market. Bang, I'm in the bear market. What happened? Well, it's not really that bad. You're just ranging. You're just ranging. For you, it may be look a little different. Man, I got fired from my job. Me and my girl broke up. I'm on child support over here. This happening right here. Am I in a bull market? Am I in a bear market? Or am I just ranging? And the thing about ranging is you often look at a ranging part of your life as bad and not good because all you feel is depression. But know that when you range, there are bullish days inside of the range. There's some bullish days inside of that. There's some bearish days inside of that. But the problem when you ranging is you will never see the upside. All you see is the downside. All you feel is the pressure. All you feel is the pain. All you see is the red engulfing candles. And now you start telling yourself, man, every time I take 2 steps forward, I take 4 steps back, but not realizing you just ranging. Now, the good thing about a ranging market is you know where your support at. You know where your support at. But life is the same way. And the thing about that is you can range for a while. But the thing about a ranging market is all you need is one catalyst to break out. That's the great thing about a ranging market. All you need is one catalyst to break out. Now, the hard part about that is being patient enough to let the catalyst build itself up. Don't crash out while you're ranging. So I'm telling my people in the Patreon right now, I'm like, hey, listen, y'all, just be cool. Like, this is so much a day traders market right now. This is such a futures traders market right now. Like, we swing traders, we need breakouts. We need break and retests. We need bases to form so we can break out. No, I don't got to switch to being a day trader. I can chill and relax. I don't got to panic about the plays I'm in that's going down a little bit. I can relax. We can let bases form. Bases are really good. Our base is forming that we can break out in. And if not, that's cool. Let's range. It's okay. But I don't have to be, watch me here, I don't have to start painting pictures that's not there because I want to be active. I'm not talking about the market, I'm talking about your life. Because you want everything to happen so fast in your life. You want to go from 0 to $1 million overnight. You want the business to be a 10-figure business overnight. You want the relationship to be the phenomenal relationship overnight. You want your business ideas to come into fruition you want God to bless you tonight. You want the court situation to be over tonight. You want to get the promotion on a job tonight. Because you don't know how to sit on your hands. Now watch this. Sitting on your hands can actually mean you being passive. Sitting on your hands can actually mean you doing a lot of work because listen, while the market is ranging, you still doing chart work. While the market is ranging, you still doing the research. While the market is ranging, you still building out your watch list of 10, 15, 20 companies to know once they start breaking out, you know where you're going. And you don't got to be in the first breakout, but once 2 or 3 of them start breaking out, now you know the whole list is breaking out because they look the same. So you ain't cool with sitting on your hands being passive. You actually are doing the work. You just ranging. But we got to be watching the levels. Because if we ain't watching the levels, now we miss the moment and we start chasing, and that's when we get in trouble. So tonight I want you to just watch the levels, y'all. I don't want you to be impatient. I'm not looking at this person saying, damn, but they making a lot of money. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. And I want you to understand that. Before you get your due season, you gotta have a due season. Okay, I listened to I listened to Pastor Darius this week, and he said one thing about believers in God is there's summer, there's winter, there's summer, there's fall, and then there's a due season. The season where you reap everything that you sow. And I sold to myself, I said, oh, okay. So before you can get the due season, you got to be in a due season. Meaning before you can get what's due to you, got to be doing. So when Pastor Darius said, they have a due season, in my mind, I'm thinking, before I can get the due season, meaning before I can get the things that I reap, I gotta be doing the things that the due is a byproduct of. All right, let me say that again. Let me back it up again, right? So before I can have the DUE, due season, which due to me, I gotta have a DO seasons, which is the season where I'm doing. So before I can get what's due to me, I gotta be doing. And doing means I'm putting in the work. I can only have an expectation of the work that I'm putting in. All right, let me rephrase that so I can package it a little bit better, right? I can only expect the harvest when I planted the seeds. Right? I can't look at nobody else's harvest and wish that was my ground because that wasn't the ground I worked on. I can't look at Rob's fruits and be mad at him for his harvest because I didn't sow that ground with him. I didn't till that soil with him. And I also can't be mad if my crops don't develop if I know I ain't nurturing. Because I'm always watching the levels. The only expectation I have on myself every day is get up and put in the work, bro. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. Let me be real vulnerable with y'all, because I don't want y'all to always think that Trap always get it right. I want y'all to understand it's like, yo, I get it wrong. I mess up, I learn, I gravitate from it. So one of the things happened to me today, I'll be real with you, man. Like, I went to the gym today, I got up this morning, right? And I've been on this like, yo, let's just get active. Let's be good every day. Let's be in motion. Let's claim that I am every day, right? And so I get up this morning, I do the things that's necessary. I slept a little late today because I just wanted some rest. I feel like I can't get what I need to get unless my body get the rest. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go to the gym. And I come from the gym, man, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I don't know what happened, but I just started thinking crazy. I just started thinking like, man, is it worth it? This and that and just all kind of stuff, right? And a dude walked up to me and said, Trap, I was pumping gas. He said, Trap, bro, can I just take a picture with you, dog? I'm talking about, I'm sitting in the truck. I got the gas thing in there, I pump the gas, I'm just in the truck like, bro, like, damn, like, I'm doing this, I'm trying to do that. I'm in some unfamiliar territory. I don't really know how to get this resource, that resource. Trying to call a couple people who I know got the resources, they not answering, it's giving me I'm like, damn, all right, damn. And a dude come up to me and he said, bro, I saw you pumping the gas, bro, like, man, I can get a picture with you, dog? He's like, Brian, you gonna lie to you, bro? Like, I don't be taking pictures with men like that, bro, like outside of our homies, but dog, you really like changed my life, bro. I'm like, word? He's like, nah, bro, let me show you something. Showed me his account. He's like, bro, I ain't had $100,000 legally in my life. This is my first $100,000 legally, dog. He said, I just listen to you, bro. I listen to Trap Tuesdays, bro. I was listening to you while I was in a pen, bro. I came home, I was listening to you, dog. Like, bro, like, keep going. I just said, all right, God, I hear you. I hear you. I appreciate you for that one, you hear me? I said, I appreciate you for that one. Because sometimes, in that moment, I wasn't watching the levels. I was painting a picture that wasn't really there. I was painting a picture that wasn't there. I was in a, man, should I be, not realizing that there's momentum that got me here. There's momentum that, and when you chasing something, when you after something, sometimes you're gonna range. Sometimes you're gonna consolidate. But I'm so used to the breakouts. I'm so used to the breakouts. I'm so used to the momentum. I'm so used to the... So I'm like, dang. I said, man, I appreciate it. I said, yeah, bro, I got you, bro. The crazy part was, right, he left another dude pull up. This is no lie. So I said, bro, you look familiar. I'm like, man, we all, social media make the world. So I always downplay it. Man, social media make the world look small, man. Shit. I'm just another nigga with a beard, bro. He started laughing. He said, nah, bro, like, don't you be teaching the credit and stuff? I'm like, credit? I'm like, shit, bro. I'm still trying to get mine right, dog. He said, nah, Trap. I said, yeah, but that's me, you heard me? He said, man, why you do me that, dog? I said, man, what you talking about, bro? He's like, man, you know what I was saying, man. I'm like, nah, it's all. He said, say, bro, just keep going, dog. You speak our language, dog. I don't want no picture or nothing, bro. I just want to tell you salute, bro. I said, bro, I'm just telling you, like, it's okay sometimes for you to appreciate how far you've come. It's okay sometimes for you to take a step back and just say, man, thank you, God, I appreciate it. Because I want you to know this. There was a moment in your life where you prayed for where you are right now. There's a moment in your life, but you forgot how much you prayed to get where you at. Because you're so used to the momentum and you don't watch the levels no more. Because your expectations is only on what's next. Your expectations are only on, I need an all-time high. I need a 52-week high. I need a new breakout. I need to be in price discovery. I need to keep going. And so when God make you start consolidating, You think something wrong. When God starts making you go in that same range, up and down, you're going from support to resistance. You ain't going too high, but you ain't going too low. You start asking yourself, dang, bro, how I keep getting, man, I ain't going nowhere. And God's saying, hey, I need you to take in how far you've come. Because the next level you're going to, hear me here, the next level that you're about to go to, there's some things that I'm preparing you for, and I need you to be able to reflect on that. I want you to understand that there's some things that you've been through that you think you over it, and then you know you've gotten through them, but I need you to understand that those are going to be lessons that's going to get you through where you got to go at on the next phase. All right, let me make it make a little bit more sense to you. Watch this, right? So when we look at the word, we see somebody like Peter. Somebody who told God, like, bro, I'll die for you, bro. Like, I'm slicing ears for you. I'm really about that life. And then, Christ was like, hey, bro, like, you really gonna deny me 3 times? Peter like, deny you? Man, you tripping. I would never deny you. I would never deny you. Like, nah, all right, bet. And so he tells him, hey, listen. Oof. He gonna shift you like wheat, family. Meaning like what the enemy gonna do with you, gonna rattle you. And so I'm just gonna, what I wanna do is, like, I just wanna increase the quality of your faith. But think about it though, like Peter's so like egotistical in the moment, because here's what happens. Until you face the unknown, you really don't have no idea of what you will or will not do. So all you basing your future actions on are past and present moments. All right, so in Peter's mind, bro, I'm with the smoke. I know what I've learned from you. I know what you've done for me. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna deny you. And then he faced with a situation that humbled him. It made him feel humiliated. It made him cry. Because not only did he do it once, not only do it twice, but 3 times. He denied the man he said he had died for. Like, God had so much grace and so much mercy. When he came back, he told Peter, hey, go feed my sheep, fam. Peter couldn't believe it. Like, I'm surely you supposed to turn your back on me. Surely you. But he just made him consolidate. He just made him watch the levels. See, Peter was so high. Like, he was on all-time high. He was running on all-time high every day, all-time high. Ain't nothing I ain't gonna do. I cut the soldier ear off, bro. What you talking about? I'm with the smoke, all-time high. But guess what? It's hard to walk in your purpose when you're on all-time high all the time. And so that humility is necessary. That consolidation is necessary. You know why? Because before the next breakout, you've now gathered enough information on who you are. You now gather some more information on what your purpose is. You gather so much information on what went wrong the first time and how can I be better the next time. And when presented with that opportunity again, I often know the right moves to make again. So consolidation ain't bad. Ranging ain't bad. We just got to be willing to keep on watching the levels. So now when this next time when your breakthrough come, you ain't as arrogant. You can still be audacious. You can still be empowered. But the next time your breakout come, you equipped. And I think being equipped is the best thing that happens to us when we consolidate, when we ranging. We actually being equipped for the greatness that's in store for us. And so tonight, the goal is to make sure that we watching the levels. It's your boy Wallstreet Trappin, episode 185, man. Let's go, man. Woo! All right.
Man.
How we feeling? Why
Bruh.
my thing ain't on? Oh, what going on?
Hit a crazy part, right? So the other name was Brutal Mark. I'm glad we did watch the levels.
Give me that, Zo.
And the reason why I say that what you just hit right
Give me the
there, I
bottle.
ain't never heard you hit. That
Give me the
sound like
bottle.
some keynote drink.
What?
You got to integrate into the keynotes, one of the keynotes.
Oh.
Hey, yeah. People in the chat like, yo, I needed this.
Watch the levels, dawg.
This right here,
We gotta watch the
I ain't
levels.
heard you ever flip nothing like that, bro.
We gotta watch the levels. That's off the dome, too,
Yeah,
dawg.
I know. You done did 3 meetings, a whiteboard with
true.
the squad.
This is
done
true.
Walked the
I ain't even
parking
had
lot.
time. I ain't even had time.
Yeah, did a cartwheel, push-ups, pull-ups, and
I ain't
then
had time.
come with this. Crazy.
How you feeling, bro?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I needed that one. Good,
Good,
You know what
good,
I'm saying?
good.
That's the watermelon juice?
What's wrong with that?
No, nah. I just saw it. I was like, hey, I got to get back on mine. I just bought
yeah.
the watermelon. I got to get back on the juice, though. I got to get back on the
All right,
juice.
let's go, man. Let's shout out my people. Shazam X, I see you, brother. Shelly Booker, I see you, Queen. Nate Higgins, I see you. Palantir Queen, what's up? Terrell Wilson, what's up? Carolina Blue, I see you. Stony 24, I see you. First Generation Millionaire, I see you. Roxanne, I see you. Bitcoin Poppy, 4105, what's good, family? Kwame, love from Milwaukee, I see you. Nate, I see you. Mr. Monopoly, Bernard A. West. Bernard, that's you, B? This guy. Wall Street Trap. That what made me say that. I thought it was West this time. Shout out to Nat for the super chat. Thank you, Queen. Latasha 16S was good. Michael Anthony 5KR. Look at PED Oil Company. I see you. Ivory Easy. Drift Ones, Be Easy fam. I see you. Diamond Reed was good. Stello 76. Professor Pat, I see you. Mr. VIP, I see you. Thavian, I see you. Jasmine Anderson, I see you. KT Tactical, I see you. Lord Finstar Jr., I see you. Gabriel Parks, I see you. Cleveland Girl, I see you. Cheesy Bread, what's good, bruh? I ain't seen my guy in a minute, man. BT with Destiny, I see you. Big Tate 513, I see you. No, I hate calling the man big, yeah. Belina, what's good, Queen? Man, what's up, shorty? Stop playing. Hope my girl and all her family doing good. We miss her, man. 400 Raylene, North Carolina, we see you. Chopper fellas, thank you for the water, fam. We appreciate you with the care package. See you, brother. Art in here, I see you. Leon Barnes, I see you. Doug Perry, I see you. Max B789, I see you. Dennis Clark, 7589, we see you. Short bed shorty, I see you. He said, Trap, you see me? I see you, family. Carolina Blue, my dog, I see you. I'm shouting you out again just on GP. Mark Isaac, thank you for the super chat, family. Sean Pipe, I see you. Professor Pat, I see you. Don Rico 83, I see you. Will Mac 333, we see you. Stage 2 Trader, W3W, Money Printers, I see you. Patreon fam, Don Rico, yep, I see you. I'm here from Boston. Damn, your name went by too fast, but I see you. RFRLLC, B-More in the building. Shout out to B-More. Av, go get it. I see you for the collection plate.
Them tithes and offerings.
Come on, man.
The building fund.
Don't do that, man, because people gonna be like, man, that dude, I knew it. You know what they gonna, if you say tithes, all they gonna say, now the stock market going down, he a church now.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right now he wanna go to the
now
church.
He wanna build a church because the stock market down. You know what let me live, man.
It's going to the roof fund.
SB, I see you, brother. Tamara Buchanan, I see you. Bro, we ain't been in New York in a while.
Right, but we gotta wait till it get warm. Warmer. They got ice and snow out there. Nasty. But that was the time too we had out there too. Definitely with the stock market joint on the NASDAQ. Woo! The trappers came out. That was good. That was good.
I think we need a Freedom Center post there.
A Freedom Center joint up there on the NASDAQ?
That's how we let the world know.
Okay.
That's how we let that thing cost me $70,000.
I thought it was less than that, but yeah.
You thought it was less than that?
I thought it was in the 25s. I don't know why.
$75,000 for 5 days.
Woof. Oh, we stayed out there too. We got the pictures, we got the video. Shout out to all the trappers. You know, that was the first time.
You ever been there?
The first time that I met Elise, I think.
Probably was.
Yeah, because we had the date the night before.
Shorty Doo-Wop. That's my baby,
Cousin
man.
Elise.
I love her. I love Elise. I'm not going to lie. If I had to say, like, there's like 3 people in this world I love the most, Elise definitely top 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her and Leah.
Yeah.
Top 2, hands down.
Yeah. All right. And they about the same size.
Hands
I love you,
down.
Elise, because you already know.
Don't play my girl like that. Talk about some same size. Don't do my girl that, dog. I'll fight behind her yells.
Nah, you know why though? The first time I met, she had the mean mug face.
Yeah, that's her.
And I'm like, bro.
That's her. Who is these niggas?
Is she doing that right? I'm like, dang,
that's
bro.
her. I'm here for one reason only. My cousin. Who is everybody else?
Right.
Yeah, she know a couple trappers though. That's my baby, man.
Yeah.
Miss April. Shout out to April. That was COS check-in. But no, her back there playing all kind of games,
right.
man. Mark Menace, I see you, family. Tamara Buchanan say we had a Phoenix, Black Phoenix, I see you. Tori, we can't forget Tori, man. What's up, Tori? My girl Chelsea in the building, man. Where Chelsea at, man? From Trappers Anonymous. All my Trappers Anonymous family, what's good, man? Hosea 023, what's good, family? Posh Lady Terry, what's good, family? The Bronx stand up. All right, man. Pascal, what's good, fam? This is not AI. Jose, why do people got little ninjas by themselves?
That's the membership. That's little traps. They got little GIF chaps. You know what I'm saying? So they get little access, a little bit different access, additional access.
What is that access, Jose?
One of them is get to see some of the keynote joints. They get to see some of those. The other joints, they get little different GIFs. Remember I was saying as far as the different things?
So they get to see the keynotes?
Yep.
Oh, they get the last keynote we did?
They ain't got that one yet. I gotta put that one up. I ain't got that one yet.
Ooh.
Yeah. But they gonna get it. Shout out to all the memberships.
How much that is?
Also. Huh?
How much that is?
$5.99 and $14.99.
$5.99 and $14. I need to join that one now, though.
You gotta join it yourself.
That might be the cheapest subscription I got. Subscriptions be high as shit these days.
Bro, what is you eating right now? That's the trail mix? Yeah,
yes, sir.
You can't be eating.
All right, man, let's get to it. We got a good show tonight, man.
Yo, our Caucasian brethren, they love trail mix.
Caucasian brethren?
Yeah, we love them, but they
I got some trail. This one is pretty good. It's a sweet Cajun trail mix.
Okay, yeah.
Peanut butter toffee peanuts.
You just ever meet somebody like at the airport, like, you got trail mix?
Spicy seasoned peanuts, Cajun sesame sticks, roasted salted corn kernel, and honey roasted sesame sticks.
And that thing hitting too.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't like the shell either. But I am excited about, we got the first trade coming up. That right there.
got our first trade event coming up. He said, Trap eating barbecue cornflakes. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we got the Make Your First Trade event coming up. Let's show them that. I like that. There go Chelsea. What's good, Chelsea? I love Chelsea, man. My girl holding me down. Shout out to Chelsea, man. Got nothing but love for Chelsea, man. She been riding me for a long time. All right, let's go, man. We got our first trade. This how we paying attention to y'all. It ain't about the workbook. The workbook good, we gonna get through it, but if we can anchor y'all to the thing that make you have an aha moment, then we can move on. You feel me?
What's up, y'all? It's Double R. I'm back here at the Freedom Center for day 2. Yesterday was amazing. We learned a lot. My aha moment was when Rod showed us how to use the Fibonacci to set up our supply and our demand. That's gonna really be dope. I'm gonna use that immediately. And if you're on the fence and you've never been to any one of these events, I encourage you to get here now.
So this is a different kind of training. This is not the typical training that's predetermined. But as we see what makes the most sense to you, we need to be able to adapt to that and everybody that's online. So we don't forget none of y'all.
I am here from Columbia, South Carolina, my second day. I have been trading since April this year. My aha moment was setting up my TradingView accounts. Immediately, I'm gonna start working on my TradingView and just learning how to read the candles. And if someone wanted to know, yes, come. Being in the room is so much better than being online, and I have nothing against the online chat. I'm just saying, being in the room, you get to network, you get to see more, you get to engage, and the vibe, it's everything.
Like, you ain't gonna never stop learning this game, right? You should always be learning, always evolving, always be willing to sit down in a room with some people, always be willing to go say, hey, how can I get better? Let me say this to you right quick before I get on to the next aha moment. Confidence is a byproduct of consistently learning, consistently understanding, repetition, and then correction. Because if you have repetition of the same thing over and over and over again, guess what you just developed? A real expensive habit. Because you're going to spend the rest of your life not fixing the habit, but looking at the same thing over and over again, asking yourself, what am I doing wrong?
Who that boy be talking on now? Hey, look, I had to put the QR code on there for shout out to all my people who watching the joint on the TVs. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go on Amazon, where they got that joint, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my people, man. So, I told y'all the VIP was going to be sold out. VIP gone. And so, I'm excited about that. Huh? Yeah, VIP gone. Shout out to that. So, we excited. Shout out to CJ. CJ 5060 said, I had to get a binder for that big ass workbook.
You can't staple that joint.
CJ, don't put me on blast like that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me on blast like that, cuz. But here go the workbooks. In case y'all don't know, we got the workbooks. They came in, added some new, took away some stuff, added some stuff. And we got numbers on the pages. Woo! The biggest addition to the workbook is
the numbers on the page.
Numbers on the pages. Somebody say, help me out. I don't got Patreon access and I pay. Antonio Bendez.
Yeah, I sent the message, said hit the support.
Let's get them together. Yep. So the workbook is 139 pages.
Antonio, hit the support at Wallstreet.
Yes, put the support in that form and send it to you. Well, ask him to ask him for his email so we could do that.
Yeah. And then DC the Collector was like, so Jose, the workbook this week, that's getting sent out via email, right?
The workbook got sent out.
It got sent out, right? Yep. The workbook sent out. Check your email, check your spam. Check your email.
So
check your
spam. Man. We got the workbook. We got the workbook. All right, let's go. So the workbooks is in. And let's go, man. We're going to have a nice time tonight. Got some things to talk about. Let's get into it. 2,300 people in the chat. Yeah, we just added some numbers and some different stuff in it, but yeah, it's good. Somebody say, bro, that's the Trader's Bible. I like it. All right, so tonight we got to talk about some. Tonight we got to talk about some. You know, we're going to talk about Trump. We got some stuff to talk about Tesla. We got a few things we are not guessing. We are waiting on confirmation. There you go. I've been quiet this week in the market too, man. Just been building a watch list out, man. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get our mantra. No, you cannot purchase the workbook. Nope. No, not by itself. You got to come in here.
Yeah.
You got to purchase to the event.
Yeah, you got to purchase at the building.
Yeah, you can't just say you want the workbook and no, I'm not doing that.
So you ain't got to print out the Bible by yourself.
This is not what you call it. Accessory sold separate. This is not that. This is not that.
Workbook included. You know what I'm saying? But you can buy it.
Workbook included. All right, let's get to it, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go. Yes, it is included with the online training. Yes, virtual people do get a workbook.
Digital workbook, yeah.
All right. Man, before we get into tonight's show, I want to say something, man. I think I already been saying stuff, right? I want to say something tonight, man. I'm not going to lie. Seeing Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler get nominated 16 times.
16.
And walk away the movie itself with 4 Oscars, bro. I'm going to say something, man, like, as a black man, bro, like, I was so goddamn proud. I still am so proud. And I don't know, man, it like, if I'm being really honest, bro, it made me, like, I prayed for them brothers. And then I said, bruh, we are so powerful, bruh. Like, we are so brilliant. We are so genius. We are so great at what we do. And, you know, it also showed me how 2 black men can stick together. Right? And he said something that was dope to me. He said, I only call Mike when I got one I know it's going to be. Right? And mind you, they've been working together since Fruitvale Station. And I remember I saw Fruitvale Station. I was like, that's a cool movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I understood, at the time I had a shirt out. And the shirt just had on it, I am. And on the shirt, it was a red hoodie, and it had I am, and in the middle, it had Trayvon. But all the way around it, like, it was like a picture frame. And it had everybody, not everybody, but it had like 14 people who had got killed by the police. And the guy who Mike played in Fruitvale Station was on there. was on the shirt. And so the shirt was called I Am. It was a red hoodie. And that's what made me watch it. And I was like, dang. And just watching him grow, I remember watching, I'm a Wire fan. Like, I think The Wire is the greatest show to ever.
I ain't trying to get flushed because I still ain't see the episode yet, so I'm behind. I'm behind.
So I think The Wire is the greatest series to ever grace television. And to look at him and be like, damn, that's Wallace. Like, I've been saying that forever, like, damn, like, every time I see him, I'll be like, damn, look at Wallace, bro. When I seen him in Creed, I'll be like, damn, look at Wallace, bro. Now, I didn't say it in Fruitvale Station. I said it, I was like, look at, but it's like, damn, look at Wallace, bro. And then when you see him in Black Panther, you're like, damn, bro, look at Wallace, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so when I saw him in Sin, I'm like, damn, bro, look at Wallace, bro. Like, that's why I remember him as Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even in that movie, you was like, I was pissed off. I'm like, damn, bro, like, why y'all kill Wallace like that, bro? Then you piss on the man when you kill him. You hear me? Like, I ain't like that. I felt some kind of way about that the whole 5 series is late. I was like, bro, y'all killed Wallace bad. And so to see him now, bro, it's just like, bro, it lets you know that. And you remember these dudes had 2 different paths. One from New Jersey and one is from Oakland, California, bro. So first thing it shows you is that, like, bro, like, stop tripping on where you from. That's what this is me talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro, like, like, damn, bro, like, together, bro, like, we can produce greatness, bro. And, you know, together, we can produce greatness. We don't always got to be against each other. And just seeing them dudes, bro, like, you can produce something so great that it's undeniable how good it is. 16 Grammys. Oscar nominations. Original song. Well, they got the Grammys for original song, original cinematography, yeah. Best lead actor, best screenplay. But you also got nominated for best movie. You got nominated for best supporting actress and best supporting actor. You know, a lot of the stuff was in there, bro. And it shows you how, bro, like, no matter how rigged the game is, bro, like, we can win. And I think for me, looking at this, bro, like, that's what I admire about it. Like, and what I also love about when I watch them, it's the grace in which they win with. That's what I love about it. I love to see how they respect the craft. I love to see how they respect the people in the same arena as them. Like watching Ryan even say something like, I don't want to be on the academy thing because I don't want to judge my peers' work. Like, I don't want to vote on which one of my peers right or wrong. Like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? To see Mike just have so much grace for everybody. And then, like, yo, it's because of y'all, I'm this, and this. And, you know, I'm going to keep putting in work and I'm going to keep, like, I think we need to really, like, look at them 2 brothers, young brothers, and see how pivotal what they just did was. I truly think to myself, I think this is one of the moments that, in my mind, I think is so powerful. One, because of what the movie represents. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I can only look at it once. That's a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the movie represented something so powerful. And when I listened to the meaning behind how he put movies together and why he do movies and his reasoning behind it. And when I see the movie, I'm like, damn, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I saw it from another perspective. People was like, yeah, you know, this is evil spirits, yada, yada. In my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at it from another perspective. I ain't gonna get into it, but I saw it from another perspective. I was like, yeah, every time they get into something, that's what they do to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We actually talked about it before.
Yeah, every time they touch, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And so, I just think it's so powerful, and I think it's a lesson. I think if we look at the bigger picture, we'll see how much dopeness this is. And I'm not gonna lie, with everything going on in the world, I think us as black people, we should be able to look at them two brothers and say, hey, bruh, it's for him to go to In-N-Out Burger afterwards and just be in the hood and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it was. I just think it's one of those moments, bro, where, like, we as black people can say to ourselves, bro, like, damn, like, we don't gotta be against each other.
Bro, it's like a breath of fresh air.
It was, I woke up so proud. I went to sleep so proud. I felt like, I was like, yo, we won that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say something, bro, like, it ain't easy to beat Leonardo.
Yeah.
That white boy can act, bro.
He be throwing them haymakers,
Say, that
punches, heavy hits.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That white boy can act, bro. Even that movie was really good. You know what I'm saying? That whatever it's called, the battle, whatever, that was a really good movie. He made that movie, bro. And just to, bro, like, to see them two black men win like that and dominate like that, bro.
I thought it was inspiring when he was talking about how
Somebody said, hey, man, what we talking about, they just act as we in this space as retail trailers.
Oh,
well,
Lord.
Go trade them. Talk about what I want to talk about. It's my show. Right now, I want to talk about these black actors winning these gold Oscars and getting nominated 14 times. If you don't like that, get off the show. It's easy, bro. Ain't hard. Bye. I wish I could kick you out right now. I would. That way you don't gotta be here. All right? It's free.
They don't know we be active in this chat.
Yeah.
But I thought it was dope when his wife bought him like the $300 thing in regards to write his first script.
Yeah.
The software.
Yeah.
A good one behind you can see it.
Yeah. So I just because that person in the chat, I'm gonna go another 2 minutes. All right? So just the pedigree that he did to play that role, putting in 2 small shoes, putting on 2 big shoes, bringing in an actor, bringing in 2 twin brothers to show him how twins get along and their dynamic between it. You know what I'm saying? Like, wearing 2 different sets of gold teeth so he can talk a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how important he was to the craft. And I think, again, as black men, as black people in America, I think we should really look at this as a type of positive reinforcement for us as we navigate this world, man. So, yeah, that's what I got on that, bro. You got something to say on that, Jose? I think we go 1 more minute. I think we got 1 more minute in us.
Nah, I mean, the biggest thing...
I think we can make him really mad. I think we got 1 more minute.
Nah, the biggest thing is, again, just going back to the refreshing part, like, we see so much, like we was talking about the cop killers. We see this, that, and the third. We see as far as black men versus white, black women, and as far as the dating scene. So to see something like this, it just was like, man, I'm looking at the phone, just smiling in the bed.
Yeah.
You seen that meme? You just looking at the joint,
Yeah,
just
well,
smiling.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
nah, we good, brother.
Yeah. Damn, I wish I had some more. I'll go to 9 o'clock just to make that person mad. All right, y'all. Let's go, man. So we got some stuff to look at. Y'all know we gonna chart first. Let's get it, man. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little different tonight. All right, let's look at the cues first. I know I gotta do this for y'all because I don't wanna hear y'all mouth. That person still in the chat, Jose?
If they are, they quiet because I ain't seen them.
I got another. I got like 8 more things in my head I just came up with that I could talk about.
If they are, I
Just
ain't
came up with
seen
about 8 more things. You hear me? All right, man, let's get to it, man. So, all right, man, first we'll look at the cues right quick. This is something I've been talking to the Patreon about. Today I gave them a watch list because what we also got to understand is this, and this is going to be key for us. Even though the market is even right now, you know, this is a range. This is a range that we in right now, right? It's the second set of ranges that we in. Right? We still in that same range right now. Now, what we have been seeing is follow through. We have been seeing run-ups early and then no follow through. Right? And so I want us to pay attention to this right here. Also, let me put this up here. My bad, y'all. I left my pen at home. Don't ask me how. I don't know, man. I be trying to keep it on the thing and it be, I don't know what be happening. Why my thing don't want to show up? Now it's being crazy. Wow. Wait up, man. Let me do this. Hold up, y'all. I don't know what's going on right now. Yo, what is going on?
Is it because the pit?
I don't know. Sometimes it just be tripping, bro. I was trying to get my volume tab. We operating bad right now. My screen don't want to touch. All right, anyway. All right, there we go. I don't know what was going on. All right, so here's what I want to say. Trap, you need a backup pen, bro.
Definitely that. One here, one everywhere.
Yeah, so, all right, so let's get back into this right quick. I want to take these off. I want y'all to see something. So we'll get back into that. My apologies, y'all. I don't be realizing that I don't have it till I get here. All right.
Then they blame me for not having the backup pin.
So if we notice, like we've been in this same range for a while. And so one of the things that I've kind of been telling the Patreon, which is going to be essential to them, is realizing that, like, we aren't having follow through. And so if you look at these last 2 candles, yesterday and today, look at what you've been seeing. Remember, we already know that. So that's called a topping tail or topping wick or topping shadow. You know, you call it a couple things, right? But essentially what we know is that price ran up and then it got absorbed and then flattened out. Now, even though it did in green, it shows you that on a cool that is kind of telling you that there's no support, there's no conviction in the market right now, right? There's no real conviction. And so also you've been seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of real low volume, below average volume, right? So you're having below average volume. You're having days that are not really, these days are really like grind out days. You know what I'm saying? I say this is like probably a day trader's market. And I think even day traders right now are being real like precise with what they doing. I think, they really on some, you know what I'm saying? Like they probably don't even need hold it. They scalped out. You know what I'm saying? They scalped out right now. And I'm not mad at that. Like I think you play to your strength. And so because, again, I was telling my people, I'm like, listen, y'all, like, I'm okay with like being 75% cash. Last week we took 2 wins, 2 losses. We got out of the NVIDIA play. We took a Palo Alto win. We took a Chevron win. We sat on the side. We got an MU play that's running. We'll get to the chart and show that. And I was like, so the key thing for us to do is look at this chart and say, what do we need to happen for us to get some momentum on the other side? Oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Bro, I don't got my pen and everything just coming out bad. All right, so I want to mark out a couple things to just let's just take a look at it as a squad. And, I give my Patreon some really great breakdowns in the morning, and I hope they really appreciate that. But they do. I'm not going to say I hope because they be like, dog, I appreciate these breakdowns that you do in the morning. Bro, what the hell? Bro, this is not working out for me right now without my pen. All right, shucks. Huh?
Rob said you keep that got VCR, the VCR.
Keep that VCR away from me, cuz.
He had that one in the clip waiting.
Nah, bro.
He couldn't wait for
the thing about technology is you got to always have the technology. Mm-hmm. With the VCR, you never know when that thing might just stall. That thing might just stall out on us. Thing might just think it's 85 or something, you hear me? All right, we'll just do it like this. I ain't tripping. Put these joints up here, and they'll stay up once we do them. I'll go orange. All right, and then we go 200. I apologize, y'all. I don't know how the hell I left my joint. All right, so just basically, let's look at something right quick. And so we're looking at the cues. The one thing we see out the gate that we got to address is the fact that we are above our 200-day, which is our purple line, right? Somebody said we used to be able to bang on the old technology and that'll fix it. Right? And so that's one thing we want to look at. So we all above the 200-day, but I'm not going to be real with you. That's not safe. Like that 200-day price is usually that 200-day is rising. I want you to pay attention to what's going on. The 200-day is rising and your 20-day, your 50-day is sloping down or flattening out. So that's essential for you to pay attention to because that's price movement. Right, so that shows you that you don't really want your 200-day to be catching up with your smaller moving averages. Does that make sense? You don't want your 200-day to be catching up with your smaller moving averages. That's not what you want because that's not only telling you that price is being stagnant. Right, and I know that's not like an aha moment, but now it's like almost like your 200 is almost chasing you now at that point. Right, and so now you get what I like to call a chasing 200, where the 200-day is now catching up with you rapidly, and your price not moving. And then what's happening is you're getting the bigger gap between your 50 and your 20. So that gap is starting to widen by the day. Now, is my screen still on? All right, good. And so your 200 is starting to open up a little bit, right? Now, here's what I will say. for the Qs, they actually are, to me, performing a little bit better than the SPY. And the reason being is because if we think about it, we have been having some technicals that have been, some technology that has been kind of moving differently. So we're seeing MU has been running up, making some movement. STX has been running up. We've been seeing some technology plays that's actually been moving a little bit, while on the other side, we have been seeing financials just take a beating, and financials have been dragging down the S&P, right? That becomes the biggest dragger. And so what we see is we have a series of lower highs in place, and we don't got to worry about it. It's here, it's here, it's here, and then we go here, and then you can say here, right? So you have a series of lower highs in place, which tells us that the bears have short-term control right now, even though we are in a ranging market. And so one of the things tomorrow, what you would want to see is you would want to see at some point, can the buyers have any type of continuation? That's the word you're looking for. Can we have any type of continuation or follow through? That's the word I want you to think about. Continuation or follow through, right? That's what you're looking for. On the flip side, if you see the bears push us down past, watch what I'm about to say, Monday's low is the first place they won't go to. So I'll put this line up for you to see it. That's Monday's low. So keep that in mind. So all week you're saying, can the bears, can the bulls keep up with Monday's low? Or do they create a new weekly low? I'm giving you something special right here. So your goal when you are looking at a chart is to watch the levels that are significant for you. Because certain levels on the chart give you an indication that the stock is going one way or another from a bigger perspective. Am I making sense in the chat? Am I making sense in the chat? Right? So we want to make sure that, so if we can say, okay, bro, like if they can hold up Monday's low and we Wednesday, okay, you got something. But what this also tells you is that, yes, Monday opened up off higher than Friday. Tuesday opened up higher than Monday. Yes, Tuesday actually went higher than Monday's high. Yes, but both days gave it all up. But we still closed Monday higher than Friday, and we still closed Tuesday higher than Monday. Did that make sense? So you like, damn, Trav, like that's a lot, but your goal is to incrementally get momentum. And if you can read it as increments, saying, okay, this is what's happening, I know I'm in a consolidation range. So what's going to be one of the most important levels on this range? You want to see them break what? 616, 617. Why is that, Trap? Because that's the top of the range. So now you can put a billion indicators in here if you want, but in essence, you just want to see one to three things. One, can it get above the 20? Yep, that'll be cool. That'll give us a sign, right? But we still in the range. Two, can we get above the 50 at 612? Yes, that's still a sign, but we still what? In the range. But can we break 616, 617? Why is that important, Trap? Because that takes us outside of the range. Does that make sense? Or do bears keep us in range and break 591? Well, Trap, why 591? Because 592 is the bottom of the range. 591 is the dynamic support of the 200. You know that most institutions will protect the 200 unless there's a heavy catalyst to push it down. So if it pushes past 200, now we got to find out where our next support level going to be, and it'll probably be somewhere right here about 580. Yep, or it'll be right here at 583. Does that make sense? How come QQQM price is lower than QQQ? Because QQQM has a few different things in it. It's the little brother to QQQ. So it's similar, but not all the way the same. If you want to look at NASDAQ, you're going to either look at the Qs or you're going to look at this right here. IXIC. Right? So, let's go back. Did that make sense to everybody? I'm sorry. So if you're looking at the Qs, that's what you're looking for. Now, the thing about that is this. When we see the overall index breaking down, we got to ask ourselves this. Now, remember this. The index is a combination of everything inside of that industry or sector. But if we're looking for strength, we got to ask ourselves, are there some leaders in the index? Well, let's see. So let's just run through a couple things. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I always say this, and I know some people agree when I say this, and I've said this all year. You cannot have a stock rally without technology. You can have a stock market like grinding, but you can't have a rally. So what are we looking for? When you look for leaders right now, you want to look inside the index and say, who is above the 50-day? Not so much the 20. Who is holding the 50? Well, Trap, why the 50? Because that is your strongest from a moving average, not an EMA. From a moving average. The 50 is the strongest line of support. So the 20-day is short term, 5-day is short term, but your 20 takes long, your 50 takes 50 days of price action to keep developing up. So if it can hold that 50, you good. If it breaks the 50, then you know you're going to your 150, 100, 200, which are deeper moves, right? So you want to look and say, if I'm looking inside of this charts, if I'm looking for a play, I'm looking for leaders that's still holding up. Well, what's the leaders that's holding up? Well, is Google holding up? Well, it went and found a 20, but the 20 is slowing down, so it's not leading right now. Well, let me go find, I'm just looking up a few. All right, STX, it is above the 50. So here's the dope part about that. We see that the market is breaking down. Well, the market is breaking down, but it shows that this one is still doing what? Holding up. It's holding a 50. It had a huge breakdown, I think, the other day when the market like sold off big, but then it quickly did what? Reclaim the 50. That's what leaders do. Leaders gonna reclaim. I'm giving you some game right here. You're not even in make your first trade because my goal is to help us play the game. Right? So leaders gonna get right back on top of the 50 fast. So that's how you know you got a leader. Right? So what is on top of the 50? All right, STX, cool. That's good. Okay? The market is breaking down. We in the MU play. What is MU doing? It not only broke the 50, the sucker even created a new high today. Okay, this is what leaders do. Okay. Let's look at, well, what is NVIDIA doing? Well, it's still in the same range. It ain't going nowhere. It's still playing with our emotions in our mind between 180 and 170 and 1. So it's not holding the 50. Now, here's what I will say. It's slightly below the 50, slightly below the 20, but can it reclaim the 50? Well, if you look at it, if you look at the chart, it's been under the 50 for quite some time. All right, so that's not a leader. So we don't need to be trying to go find, right? So let's look. That's how we want to look at it. So this is how you find who is leading the market. All right, AVGO, not holding the 50. 50 slowing down. No good there. TSM, what is it doing? Not holding the 50, slight above it. So you needed to reclaim it, right? Leaders going to reclaim it really fast. They're not going to stand there too long. I put this in the chart today. I put this in a Patreon today. I say, look at this bad boy, PWR, a killer. Look how it's staying above the 50s, even creating space. I mean, it's separating. right? So if you're looking for something, you saying, hey, where my leaders at that's staying above the 50? Or if they fall past the 50, they're reclaiming it really fast. That's where you find strength at. The reason why that's going to be important is because, watch this, those going to be the ones that's going to break out first. VRT, holding above the 50. Free game. A stock like this, if it bounces back down, that's why I got it marked out. If it bounces down to 255, I'm willing to get in it. If it bounces down to 238, I'm willing to get in it. Why? Because it's holding a 50. Now, a thing about these type of times is it's going to be a little turbulent. It's going to be a little turbulent right now because there's some turbulence in the market. So if you're going to go swing, you got to do three things. You got to go progressive exposure, meaning you see the market trading sideways. So you got to do what? Decrease position size. Tighten up the stop right here, right? And be willing to endure some volatility, right? Be willing to endure some volatility. Is it holding the 50? Yep. As a matter of fact, this one even holding the 20. Strength with everything the market going through, it's holding the 20 and the 50. That's strength. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? No, you're not chasing because you're looking at the levels on it. You don't have to chase when you're looking at the levels. Chasing is when you see something that already ran up and now you're trying to go catch up to it. I said if it fell to 255 or if it fell to 238, I would be willing to get in. Why? Because it's holding the 50. And then you just put a tighter stop loss on. You say, all right, if my stop loss is, 20%, hey, if it falls 10%, I'm willing to get out of it. Because it's showing strength. It's showing strength, right? Let's get out of tech. Let's go see some other names. Let's look at Pepsi. What is Pepsi doing? Well, Pepsi is holding a 50, but it just broke past the 50, but look what the 20-day is doing. Look at the difference in a lot of the stuff that we looked at. All right, let's look at this right quick. This is going to be important. What the 20 doing on VRT and what the 50 doing on VRT? Curving up. That tells us is what? Strength. What the 50 doing on STX and what the... So strength. We looking for strength, right? So let's go LHX. We just want to spread around. Look at this one. LHX, defensive stock. Check it out. It's holding the 50 and it's holding the 20. Right? It's holding the 50 and that's strength. So again, when you're looking at strength, it may break the 20 down. But can it still hold a 50? Because your 50 is still what? Curving up. So because the 50 is curving up, even if it fall, it's letting the 50 catch up to it and it can use the 50 as dynamic support. Now, if it breaks the 50, you got to say, hey, I'm willing to cut this joint. But we looking at strength. I'm just showing you strength in the market. That's all. Right? And you got to be willing to separate. No, I don't like Robinhood. Why I don't like Robinhood? It's underneath the 200, it's underneath the 50, it's underneath the 20. This is a buy and hold play for you. Notice what I said right here. Now we just pivoted to, this is a buy and hold play. Well, Trap, how is this a buy and hold play? Any play that's under the 200-day that has good fundamentals that you like is at a discount. Somebody says just on one time frame. I'm a swing trader that trade off the daily and the weekly. So the daily and the weekly is the time frame that I'm looking at. If you a day trader or something, you're going to trade from another time frame. I'm trading from the daily and the weekly. That's why I make my execution off. So that's where I got to measure to me at. I'm going to only teach you where I measure mine from. Is if I teach you from somewhere I don't measure mine from, I'm putting you in some waters that I'm not familiar with. Now I'm leading you wrong. I don't want to do that. I'm going to make enough mistakes on my own doing what I do. I don't need to lead you somewhere that I don't have I'm not a strong swimmer at, because now both of us going to drown. And you're going to probably kill me if we get in the water, because that's what people do when they're drowning. They kill the person trying to help them. I don't need you to kill me, so I'm going to say, I ain't going to swim over that. If you jumping in on your own, that's on you. I'm going to look at you. Unless I can knock you out and then bring you. Because if I can't knock you out, you're going to kill both of us. I'm not doing it. So you got to be willing to say to yourself, if you like Robinhood and it's under the 200 day, maybe it's a good what? Is that a good buy and hold price for you? You don't got to say, hey, man, I'm going to try to get it at the bottom. No, you don't got to do that. As a trader, if you swing trade, you can say, hey, check this out. Once it reclaim a couple levels, shoot, I willing to go on my move. But I was telling my people this in our chart class Saturday. I said something to them. It's a physics saying. An object going one way is likely to keep going that way until it's exhausted. So if something going down, you don't got to keep, I'm going to get it while it's down. No. I'm going to let it get exhausted. Somebody say, Trap, you telling too much. No, I don't use iron condors. Am I making sense in the chat? Jose, am I making sense to the chat? All right. So that's our goal. That's our goal. Yep, Southern Company, showing strength. Only thing I don't like about Southern Company is the 50 has to come all the way across that 200. And it's coming across at 9, which means it's entering that, ooh, that looked like a cup and handle too. Man, look at that cup and handle. Here, boom, bam, boom. Ooh, where my dog Thavion at? That's a cup and handle right there, boy. Ooh, that's a beautiful cup and handle. That's beautiful right there, boy. You see it, Sean?
I see it. Little handle. Little
just a little handle. A little teacup. It ain't a Wall Street Chapel cup.
Shameless plug.
Right, so you got the cup and handle, but I would want to see that 50 go across that 200. Then you got that golden cross. Now you going back to all-time high over here at 100. I'm not mad at it either. I see it. That's a good cup and handle right there. Shit. That thing bounced right off that 20 day too. My dog Thavion that. I know he love them cup and handles, you hear me? He be spotting them jokers. If we don't trap, it ain't Tuesday. Ooh, I like that. If we don't trap, it ain't Tuesday. All right, so did I help some people out in the chat right quick with what we saying? Oh, good. Can you explain the golden cross trap? Yep. So the golden cross it's a bullish sign when you see your 50-day cross back over your 200-day. That means buyers are gaining more momentum there. So it's a bullish sign when you see your 200-day, your 50-day cross your 200-day. But it's a bearish sign when you see the 200-day cross the 50-day. And so, yep, that's a bullish sign right there. Pascal, what's up, family? I ain't see you. Can I use the daily to determine strength and enter based on a 15? So I think if you're going to use I think some people use daily 1 hour 15. No, Sean, how that go? For the shorter,
if you're using the daily, you might just lowest as the hour. You might as well just use the hour. If you
daily hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe like
I'm tripping. They use hour 15.5.
Yeah, if you're day trading. But if
day trading. Use hour 15.5. Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why I don't go 15 because it's a whole bunch of noise, and I try to get the cleanest chart I can. Yeah. So, did I help some people out, man? I hope I helped some people. I just want to do something different today, just show y'all something. And that's kind of how in-depth we're going to be going in our Make Your First Trade event. Definitely going to dig in when it comes to charting. Definitely going to dig in to help you make some good The goal is just to help you make better decisions as a trader. You know what I'm saying? And it still don't mean that you ain't gonna lose a trade or not, but you can just start. Here's the problem. The biggest issue is, watch what I'm about to say here. I said this at the last event. Mo Ashley, thank you, family. I said this at the last event. Most people know what a good trade look like, but they don't know what a good trade feel like. But you know what a bad trade feel like. So the goal is for you to identify a good trade and then see the emotion that come with that, and to also identify a bad trade and be able to say, hey, this is what it is. And so it's still a learning. Listen, as a trader, it's certain things you're going to have to keep fighting until you get better at it. It's fighting your ego, fighting your emotion, fighting not wanting to be wrong twice, fighting the fact, damn, you let a trade get past you, fighting the fact that, damn, I don't want to chase this trade. It's the best, I think it's the best form of personal development that, you know what I want to do, bro? I want to do a mastermind on, like a one-day mastermind on like personal development using trading as the foundation. Does that make sense? So it's not so much as a trading class, it's a personal development day, but using trading as the diagram on how we pinpoint the personal development issues that we have.
Bro, that was like your beginning. That's what I'm saying. I was mind blown how you flipped that to that. That's yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that, what you think about that, Sean?
You just want to...
No. So, bro, like, I'm going to be honest with you. There's so much stuff I want to do in here free and paid. Like, I want to get a men's development group where we help men, where me being in myself, I use my strength, what I'm good at, but I get with other men, like, who are great fathers, men who are great single dads, great leaders, great husbands, and like bring them in here and just do it for free. Like, hey, bro, come, and we use the word, we use biblical principles on how to help you develop as a man in every different level. I think the goal is to help ladies, nothing against y'all, but I think as I can't relate to women. Meaning, like, I don't know, one of the things that give me a lot, this is not a relationship show, is men who tell women what to do. Bro, I have no idea on how to be a great woman.
Right.
I have no idea. I have no idea on that. I know as a man, there's certain things that I like and I don't like. I know you're a man. There's certain things you like and you don't like. So I am oblivious to how to tell a woman how to be a great woman. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can say, hey, bro, here's some things I've learned on manhood, dog, on adversity, on perseverance, on, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to Miss April today, and I said, Miss April, one of the things I got to deal with as a man is I'm not empathetic. It's one of my issues. I'm not empathetic, and I damn sure ain't sympathetic. But as I read and develop more as a man of God, as an asset for God, I realize that men of God have empathy. And so it's something that I work on in therapy, because I be like, bro, I don't be caring about that. Like, ain't nobody care about me when I was coming up. Ain't nobody did this, man. I don't care. I was shot and I was shot. And this is word of honor. This is true, real talk. I don't think my family even knew I ever got shot till I told them. George, y'all didn't know that, huh? They had no idea. I got shot when I was 14. My family had no idea I hadn't got shot before. Not once, twice. You know, 2 bullet holes in the leg and then one come across my hip. But my homies had to bring me to the hospital and leave me. This that era. Like, bro, we can't really go there like that, bro, but we can, man, we got to bring him, drop him off. Man, just bring him. I'm going to hop in there, bro. Good thing it wasn't like in my chest or nothing. But I still got the bullet holes in my leg. Undeniable. In and out. The doctor said, bro, you was 1 inch away from having to lose your leg. I said, why? He said, because it missed the artery by 1 inch. You know, if it hit an artery, you got to cut the leg off. The leg got to go. But my family don't even know that. Until they heard, they were like, shot, nigga, well, I had to show them the holes. Like, damn. That nigga
They
really
ain't
got
even
shot.
believe you at first.
That nigga really got shot.
Talking regular and
That
everything.
nigga just like his mom. But it's that era. Well, my partners are like, damn, bro, we gotta bring him to the hospital. You bring him to the hospital, just put me in front of the hospital. Charity hospital. Bring me to the hospital, drop me off, and this is a common thing. You got insurance? Hell no. You got? No. I got nothing. Who we can call? Nobody. So there's a lot of empathy, there's a lot of empathetic moments in my life that I personally, nobody had it for me. It's not saying they probably didn't, but I ain't feel it. Like imagine just being in a hospital. They gotta fix you up and you don't get no balloons, you don't get no card, nobody not checking up on you. You just in there. You're not about to call because you don't know people's number by heart like that. You get out, you're limping, and guess how you get home? You gotta go to the payphone. Hey, bro, you got 50 cents? Let me get 50 cents. Let me get a quarter out you, dog. I got this payphone. Oh, man, I got you. Man, come get me, dog. Where you at? Man, I'm on 2 lane. All right, bet I got you. Man, meet me down here so you can give him about 100 people right there, man. All right. Man, you good? Boy, I'm glad you. Who you told him? First thing, man, who you told to drop you off? Man, I ain't telling nobody to drop me off. Be good. So that's one of my biggest issues that I'm learning. But my daughter helped me because I got an abundance of empathy for her. But because I have so much empathy for her, it causes me not to have enough empathy for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do something for men where we can say, hey, bruh, let's help you develop in all areas. Here's a workbook. Here's a book you need to read. Here's what you need to do. We doing it for 8-9 weeks, and I got some great men who I know, whether it's Bishop Jakes, whether it's Darius Daniels, whether it's Pastor Don, whether it's the men that I know that really on that level who I can call. Hey, I'm doing an 8-week program. All I need you to do is teach this class. I'm going to do the other stuff inside of it. And then we do something here where we give them, hey, come in your all black, bro. You graduate. And I already got the name for it. Men of Valor. MOV. Move King. I already got it right out of my head, bro. So that's what I want to do. But anyway, let's go a little further. My bad for that rant, dog. My bad. Damn, how I get there?
Nah, you got to get it out.
Jose don't be stopping me neither.
I'm taking notes. Like, hey, let's go.
Jose, we got a question, man. Let's get a question right quick.
Bet, yeah, we got that question. Bitzer, let's get that up.
Let's take a question right quick. Not the other question, but the slide one. Yeah, we got something new for y'all. We trying to do some new stuff. Add more value. All right, can they see it? Why I don't see it? Oh, it's a lag. All right, so Leslie asked, you got to say it, Jose.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Leslie. Shout out to all the Patreon people also. Leslie asks, as the market shifts, what is the best way to rotate and maintain forward momentum in your buy and hold account while the market is rewarding a different sector than in previous years?
All right, so great question, Queen. So I would say is because it's your buy and hold, you don't necessarily have to rotate your portfolio, right? The way you maintain forward momentum is by saying, understanding what's the price points that you purchased your stocks for. And because you understand the price points in which you purchase your stocks for, it allows you to now say, if my stocks are on sale, I can now add to these positions. So this is why we understand our price points that we bought them at and then understand what's the next buying opportunities, not based on the dip that we get in the market, but based on price points that we set. So if I got it at 180, what is my next price point? Is it 10% down? Is it 15% down? Understanding that. Also being able to say, I got money on the side where if the market is rewarding something, now I can either add to those positions so I can balance my portfolio out. So you always, that's the great thing about buying whole. It's such a powerful tool because everybody get on trade. And one of the things I'm doing in the Patreon right now is telling them, listen, it's a sideways market right now. It's grinding sideways. Don't forget about your buying whole. Because if you got Microsoft at its 200-day moving average, under its 200-day moving average, you got Meta under its 200-day moving average, you got companies like that under their 200-day, why are we not paying attention to them? They're not gonna be there forever. These are companies with great balance sheet, great management, great products and services. So if these companies are under their 200-day as a buy and hold investor, that's the golden opportunity to be adding to your buy and hold. Because what happens is bull markets are when everything is expensive. Bear markets and when things go on sale. So stop trying to force a trade and look at the power you have with your buy and hold. So in this market here, you should be saying, all right, even if I do find a trade, I'm going smaller on my trade size based on the way we trade, but I'm doubling down on my buy and hold, and I'm keep feeding this joker. So now when the markets run up, I know my trades start working the way they're supposed to, and now I'm taking profits from my buy and hold, from my options and putting my buy and hold, but right now I'm just funding my buy and hold. So I think the momentum is you don't have to leave out your buy and hold. It's now I'm finding the ones in my buy and hold that's on discount, or I'm adding new positions in my buy and hold at discount. Let's go.
I see people liking this.
Come on, man.
They liking this little joint.
Come on, man. Little quick thing in
Shout
the
out
middle.
to Leslie. Shout out to the Patreon.
Throw that in the middle. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. We're going to go to our recession portfolio, right? All right, let's get to it. All right. So as mentioned last week, man, we got out of our GEV play is still up. Gold play is kind of whooping us, but the gold plays are at like 30%. I think 20%, 18%, one at 30%. So I think that's till August. I'm willing to thug these out for a minute simply because I truly believe that we can get this oil down. So let me say this. The reason why the gold isn't running, from my perspective and from my analysis, the reason why gold isn't running is because oil is spiking. And oil is 100%. The oil spiking also makes the dollar spike. So a stronger dollar isn't good for gold. Now, I do think in my heart of hearts, and my thesis is going to be proven right or wrong within the next week or two, if we can get oil to come down, I think we see transition in gold. Because remember, gold was running back up. Gold ran back up to 480, 490, something like that. It only came down once oil started spiking. When oil spiked to 120 or whatever that was, gold fell hard because they work in the opposite direction. So I'm willing to play this for a little bit longer. It is out till August. We are in March, April, May, June, July, August. These are 440, 470, 480, 490. We are like 450, 460. I think this is still not a bad play. I just think sometimes we're under a little pressure. We are under pressure on it, but I think we'll be all right. Last week, we did get out of Palo Alto. We had a nice profit on that. We got out of Chevron. We had a nice profit on that. But we did take the L on NVIDIA, and we did take an L on TSM. So I just wanted to put that out there. Let's go a little further. I like the AMAT play. I like GEV. I like the GEV play. I like the AMAT play. I think these plays are critical right here. All right, so we got our MU play that is really going really good. We got the 200 NVIDIA play for July. I think NVIDIA's just been in the range. And we got the Walmart play. I am interested, though. I was interested in two plays today. I was telling the squad about. I am interested in STX. I am interested in STX right now. Small play, I'm interested in that. I told him I am looking at PWR, but they may be small plays, small players. And that was one of the things I was telling them in the group. I was like, if I see some stuff holding strength, I'm willing to make a small play on it and a small position on it. MCOR, I like MCOR. I have it in the buy and hold. I definitely like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I like. That's how I feel. So that's how we rocking on the Patreon. So right now we doing something real dope in the Patreon just to add more value. We doing the morning breakdown, midday breakdown. Me and Rob worked on some other stuff that we're gonna start doing this week as well. Putting in the group just to add more value while to educate people on this type of market. And that's whether you're in a buy or hold or in the big tiers. But this weekend we did have our chart masters, our chart class, and not next weekend, but probably the following week we'll do our trade audit for the execution lab, and then that following week we'll do our Q&A. So if you join the Patreon right now, if you get in the top tier, you will get 7 days free. I think some people's having a problem with the replay today. I wonder if you in the chat right now, did that replay come up the next time when I put it up? I want to know that because I saw some people having an issue with the replay, and I want to make sure I get that right for them. We had a replay, but I think the way I set it up, I went back and changed it. It was set up and it just had where the author could see the replay. I don't know how that happened, but I put it where people with the link could see it, so I thought it fixed. Pascal said yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Somebody said nope. All right, I'll try to do it again in the morning. All right, man. What that issue was. All right, y'all, don't trip. I'll take care of it in the morning and put it back in there. All right, y'all had to switch the tier. Yes, it's not fixed. Okay, I'll go back and switch. I switched it. I thought that worked. I'll do it in the morning. I'll put it in the morning. All right, I'm glad y'all told me. Somebody said, yep, thank you for those daily breakdowns. It really helped. All right, I got y'all in the morning, family. Execution lab people, I got y'all. All right, let's go to our buy and hold, man. All right, so as we look at our buy and hold, man, bro, why Steve cut the top off? He wasn't supposed to cut the top off. That's on me, I gotta tell him. Because he used to be giving him 2 screens for that. So Sean, we up 9% on the buy and hold. We up 9% on the buy and hold. We was up 14. Last week we was up 6, but now we up 9. So we added a little get in. So Costco, EME, fix. I like that fix. Gold, ITA. Here's the crazy thing about this market. Even though we at war, even the defensive sector is not running. That's kind of interesting to me. MU, TPL, and Walmart. So this is what our buy and hold look like, man. We are up 9% on a buy and hold. That's on me. I'll just tell Steve, leave it up there. And we sitting on $300,000 in cash. So we got $300,000 in cash. We got 9% on the buy and hold. We are in March, y'all. So just wanted to show y'all that. Let's go a little further. All right, damn, we just not getting the word on the street. All right, how much a day the war in Iran cost America? Let's go.
If you look at just the first 100 hours of the war on Iran, the U.S. spent $3.7 billion. That's more than what most countries spent on their entire militaries in 2024. Gone in 4 days. Less than 5% of it approved by Congress. Here's how much a day of war on Iran costs the U.S. The Center for Strategic and International Studies broke down the bill. Item 1, operations. Keeping more than 200 fighter jets in the air, a fleet of warships at sea, and artillery on the ground. About $196 million. Most of it was already budgeted. The real cost was what this war machine fired. Item 2, munitions. Over 2,600 guided weapons launched in 100 hours. Missiles, precision bombs, drones. Replacing them cost $3.1 billion. Item 3, things that broke. 3 F-15 jets destroyed by friendly fire in Kuwait. The bill came in at $359 million. Add it all up, and it's $3.7 billion for 4 days of war. At the beginning of the campaign, the most expensive weapons went first. On day 1, Iranian air defenses could destroy almost anything that got close. So the U.S. struck from a distance with Tomahawk cruise missiles at $3.6 million apiece. By day 4, with Iranian defenses degraded, bombers dropped $80,000 smart bombs. But the most expensive part of this war isn't the bombing, it's stopping what Iran fires back. A Shahed drone costs Iran up to $50,000. Shooting one down can cost 100 times more. In 4 days, Iran launched 500 ballistic missiles and 2,000 drones. And they don't necessarily need to hit anything. Every launch depletes the other side's air defense stockpile. Gulf allies helped absorb the blow. They intercepted more than 1,800 missiles and drones. So who pays for all this, and how? Of the $3.7 billion, only $178 million was in the Pentagon's budget. Everything else, no funding source. The Trump administration is running this war on a military credit card, and Congress hasn't seen the bill yet. When it arrives, there are 3 ways to pay. 1, a supplemental spending bill. Trump asks Congress for emergency money, the way George W. Bush did after Iraq and Afghanistan. But every vote on funding becomes a vote on the war. 2, redirect part of the $150 billion from the first Trump reconciliation bill. But that money has already been promised elsewhere. 3, roll it into a future spending bill that may never pass. Today, every day of this war costs close to $1 billion. Some Republicans estimate it may even be double that, and 4 days cost about what it would to rebuild every single school destroyed in Gaza.
Hey, that's heavy, yo.
How you feel about that, Jose?
$1 billion a day. Bro, they said one of them when they was shooting the missiles said, hey, they gotta hit nothing. So we just throwing an airplane just to throw their stuff off. Ain't even hit nothing. Woo.
Meaning, they missile don't gotta hit nothing. They just shoot it out there.
Right.
And we gotta go knock it down because of the potential of what it could do. George, let me ask you a question. You was in a war. How pivotal is that? How pivotal it? First of all, we appreciate George for his service. Let's give George a round of applause. What is it, Kuwait? Desert Storm. Kuwait?
Desert Storm.
George was in Desert Storm, y'all.
It was very
I used to look up to George when he was in Desert Storm. So George, how does that, as someone who fought in the war, how does that look? Because we on the sideline. And I always tell people this, and I'll just be honest with you. I always tell people this. We cry about defensive spending. We cry about the budget, and I know it's absurd. In this situation, we probably shouldn't be over there at all. But how important is it for us to be like snatching the missiles out the air and stuff?
You never know what the impact's gonna be, but we have to shoot them down, and it costs like 10, 15 times more to shoot it down than it costs for them to fire one. So most of the time it's just about what he said, depleting our resources. They don't have to hit nothing, they just have to make us spend enough money to where we'll be depleted enough to where they can deal with us a little bit.
My question is, does Iran know what they're doing when they do that?
Of course. Of course. It's like...
So that's part of the strategy.
It's part of like fighting somebody you know you can't beat. I'm going to bite you. I'm going to scratch you. I'm going to do something. I got some dog in me, so...
So Iran knows...
I'm going to hit you in your pocket.
Because war costs money.
I'm going to hit you in your pocket.
So here's the thing, though. But how long can they do that?
They got to do it as long as they can. They in the fight. They in it to the end.
They in it to the end.
They feel like they might be fighting a losing war anyway.
You feel like you might be fighting like you're losing the war anyway. So you like... So one of your strategies... So I heard them say something one time, and I'm asking you because, again, every time there's a war, I remember me and you always used to talk about war stuff because I used to always ask you questions. And I guess one of the things I'm asking is like, Iran said something. It was like, we can't reach America. They know they can't reach America.
They can reach our outpost, though.
But they can reach the outpost, which is in...
Different areas. That we have.
What is the importance of the outpost for the people that don't know? Because I'm not about to act up here and know like I know all war strategies.
That's our eyes and ears in that area of the world.
How important is that, though?
That allows us to do surveillance in those parts of the world on what they're doing. That's how we know everybody's business and stay in it.
So the outpost allows us to know what's going on. They're reporting back here to America. America like, hey, let's do that. How big are those outposts? Like when somebody goes to an outpost, are you there for a long time? Like how does that look?
They rotate out. You're not going to stay a very long time. It depends on what the mission is. But most of them are permanent outposts, but you might stay there a year and a half, and they rotate people out.
So year 2 rolls out. Is it big? Is it like 100 people, 200 people?
Nah, it's big. Some of them are a lot bigger than that. Some of them have maybe 1,000, 2,000.
1,000, 2,000 people. And they equipped over there. Missiles, guns, whatever it take.
Yep.
So Iran is saying, we gonna destroy them.
Or we gonna handicap them. We're gonna handicap their ability to watch us. And punch you in your eye so you can't see what I'm doing.
Punch you in the eye. That's a good analogy there, Joe. Punch them in the eye.
So you can't see what I'm doing.
You can't watch us. So let me ask you this. So now Iran is saying, all right, we gonna let certain ships go through this strip, but we not letting American ships go through this strip. But they also put landmines in the water.
Like depth charges and stuff. Again.
So the depth charges and stuff. So are they controlling when they detonate? Like, how can they navigate? Are we gonna let y'all through, but we not gonna let y'all through? Like, I thought they just detonate as they go. So how is that?
Well, you don't necessarily have to hit them now. I mean, they have depth charges where you can come in a certain radius of it. They go off, and that's again punch you in your eye, hitting you in your pocket.
But how do they navigate? Because they saying we gonna because they still trying to get oil from there.
They know where they are.
They know where they are. Oh, so they gonna tell you the route to go.
They know where they are. And they can move them. They can detonate them and put new ones as they.
That's so good. Shout out to George. Man, let's give George a clap, man, because George. Let's go, man. Let's give George a clap because, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. George be glued in on this war stuff. Like, I be locked in, but I be having to move around and do stuff. George be like, "Cuz, man, you saw this right here? Man, look what they about to do right here." Like, I almost think you kind of miss it, God. So let me rephrase. Not the miss of going, like, being in it, but, like, the idea of it, like, what's going on. I think it was an adrenaline rush that you can't never get no more. Well, you get it now with the market because you want some other shit now. Okay. Let's give George a round of applause, man. Let's give George. That's somebody that boots on the ground. Like, I remember us, like, my baby going to war, he never go. Like, man, they gonna be all right. All right, let's go a little further. So, the U.S. spent $11 billion in the first week of the war with Iran. Officials told lawmakers the first 6 days of the war with Iran cost more than $11.3 billion. A source said, given the most detailed assessment, yet the expense involved in President Donald Trump's military campaign. Pentagon officials gave the estimate in a closer briefing. Now, I will say this too. Let me say this. When we say it costs $11 billion, just know that we ain't just start creating the stuff that we shooting and stuff. They ain't just create that yesterday. Like, that stuff that's been, am I right, George? Like, that stuff that's been made, these missiles and these planes and these bombs, they ain't just get made when they decide to go to war. They've been sitting, prepared. So when you hear a president say, so I always think that I think people get that part wrong when they say, yo, we spent $11.3 billion in war in the first week. Well, I want you to understand that the war budget that comes out every year, that 90, 100 billion that they be spending, 900 billion they be spending, well, they've been making that year after year. You remember, the defensive budget is one of our biggest budgets ever. It's the biggest. So I'm about to get to that. So the thing about it is, now that you spent that $11.3 billion, that may have been stockpiled for a minute, right? That probably, like what they hitting with right now, that probably been up 2-3 years. That ain't just started to get made. The problem with it is, you got to go back and do it again. That's the problem. Because everything that you shot and used, you got to now put that in the budget again. Because you never know who's going to go to war tomorrow, who might trip tomorrow. So that's the issue. And I'm saying that because people can get misled when they hear, man, we spent $11 billion in the war. And the way the news paint it is, oh, we just spent that money. No, that money been spent. That money was spent in 2020. Yeah, that money, they ain't just started saying, hey, yeah, let's go spend $11 billion to go shoot these things down right now. No. That money for them been spent since 2020 because you don't build these overnight. These take time to get built. So that $11 billion been gone. So I just be wanting, I'll be wanting people to understand that part because the news and the way it come out to us, in your mind, man.
Like they just pulled that out the bank last
week. Yeah,
they
just went, no, they don't get me
Give me
wrong.
that $11 billion out the bank.
No, that money been spent. The problem that I have with it, and I will just be honest with you, is we probably don't need to be over that right now. That's my problem. Like, from my perspective, that don't got nothing to do with us right now, bro.
Well.
That's a whole nother, you feel me? Like, that right there, like we could have sat that one out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what it's costing us.
Look, then when they threw in what it could do for like the Gaza kids,
come on,
they had to do that.
Bro, you ain't never cared about
one day you could fix all the schools over there for the kids.
Yeah. So that'd be my thing. Like certain stuff you be like, all right, we got to go get in that one. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff all right, shit, we got to go to war then. But I don't think I think this could have been one of the ones we could have been like, I'm going to go and sit this one out. You know, we already got some other stuff. I don't think our $11 billion is needed right there. We give you 3. Hey, listen, you my partner, I'm your partner. Check this out. I'm not going to pull the trigger, but I'm going to go give you $3 billion and you could go do what you want to do. I'm going to write that off because I'm your dog. Handle your business. It's cool though. Listen, so George said same thing, but here's the thing. I ain't tripping. I gave you, I'm not, but listen, $3 billion and $11 billion, it's a big deal. I give you 2 jets, I give you 4 bombs and a couple choppers.
Got some Tomahawk missiles, a couple drones.
You feel me? And I'm not trying to make this a laughing matter because war is serious, people die. I'm not trying to make it a laugh matter. But I'm just saying, I think America could have sat this one out. I think with everything we got going on over here, this ain't ours.
Yeah.
This one here, and I be understanding a lot of stuff, but like this one, I'm like, bro, like, yeah.
Shout out to 3,000 in the
chat.
chat.
Shout out to 3,000 in the chat. Yeah. All right. So, a 4x jump in U.S. weapons productions is now on the table. And this is a huge signal for the defensive sector. Right? Trump said major U.S. defensive firms could ramp up output sharply, putting fresh attention to names tied to missiles, aircraft, radar, military systems. This is why investors are watching stocks like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, L3 Harris, and Boeing. When production targets this big start getting discussed, the military users start pricing in future contracts. Stronger demand and a possible boost in long-term revenue across the industry. Now, the real question is whether these political talks are turning to actual orders and earnings growth. Let's go a little further, y'all. Now, war becomes big business, and we know this. The American defense giants turned global conflict into a massive $232 billion industry. As military spending reaches historic highs and reshapes global power and profits worldwide. Lockheed Martin generates about $75 billion annually and delivered 191 F-35 jets with a $194 billion backlog. This is what I'm talking about. When you think about $11.3 billion spent, think about the other $194 billion that this company got on backlog. Am I making sense? Right? Raytheon, which is RTX, earns $88 billion for supplying Patriot and Tomahawk missiles. There you go. You want to know who make the Tomahawk? You just found out. You want who make the F-35? And that's the big boys. There you go. So, Northern Grumman produces advanced systems like the B-21 Raider with nearly $96 billion in future orders. Global military spending hit 2.71. Wow.
Trillion.
At first I thought it was a billion. I had to blink. I was like, man, that's
capital T.
I'm about to say that ain't right.
The capital.
Global military spending hit $2.7 trillion in 2024. The United States alone accounted for about 37% of that. Nearly $1 trillion as rising conflicts and geopolitical tensions into pushing defensive budgets and industry profits higher. Sometimes you just...
$1 trillion in death.
That's why everybody say, like, you got to think about something, bro. And I'm going to just be 100% real with you. We are a stock market channel. So our goal is to talk everything stocks related, how it affects the market, how it affects... Bro, we been knew war was big business, bro. You can't be an American and don't know that. You ain't never heard that headline. War is big business, bro. And it's the second biggest part of our budget. Now, I would love an America that's peaceful. Ain't nothing like having some big guns and you ain't never got to use it, but everybody know you got some big guns so they ain't testing you. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you start doing stuff. Bro, you already know we $39 trillion in a hole, bro. Anyway. So I'm gonna be real with you. I don't be minding us having the big military budget. Cause think about this. What would you spend to protect your house?
Exactly. So
you feel me?
Yeah.
My problem is always when we use it unnecessarily. That's my only problem. And I've said this a million times. None of us don't know what it's like to wake up in the morning worrying about a bomb dropping on your house.
You said this the second most. What we spend the most on?
Social Security.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. That's what my point is, George. So George said, I get it, bro, because if somebody else start tripping right now what? Now we spread too thin. You feel me? If somebody else be like, oh, we got him, sneak him. Pop, 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 pop. Now wait. Now we jammed up. We done already dropped 11 billion. People like, bro, and we feel it.
A pick.
And the thing is, we feel it. You feel me? Like, before we was getting away with stuff because you ain't see it, I'm gonna tell you something, as an American, when the first place when you start having to look at the gas tank, that's when you know shit done got real. That's when you know shit got real, bro. When Americans when I start seeing people complain about gas prices, you know shit done got real. When people start making posts on social media, man, you know, I remember listening to Jesus, man, gas, $5.99. You know, it's time.
And John done snuck up on us, too.
Once people start complaining about gas prices, bro, I'm telling you. So that's all I'm saying right now. Like, and the thing about America, too, is, bro, I learned this from watching Ray Dalio a while back about how many outposts that we do have. So we got more outposts than anybody in the world. The issue with that is those cost money. Now, think about this. If China wanted to hit Taiwan right now, we would have to get in that. We cannot say no to that. So how we gonna fight China and Iran?
You know, Trump gonna put the fingers together. We got him.
Nah, them people gonna tell him sit his stupid ass down. People don't hear that, man. Let's go a little further, man. Iran says the Strait of Hormuz is open to the world but closed to United States, Israel, and allies. Now, here's the thing about this that I did some research and found out. America don't even use this thing as much. Did you know that, George? Yeah, we don't even use it. I think we use this like 3% of this. We don't even use it that much. That's crazy. They giving, I'm not gonna lie, they giving Dubai the blues though right now. Bro, Dubai ain't never been in this type of situation. Well, in a long time. They giving Dubai the blues right now. I'm talking about Dubai done canceled flights. They done shut the airport down. They done shot like the oil stuff down. Like, dude, they giving Dubai some hell right now, boy. I ain't. Damn. Let's go a little further, man. Let's go. If U.S. oil hits 200, it could be like a crash in 1929. Let's get into it.
When oil began to go over about $80 a barrel in 2007, we saw something very interesting happening. All the other prices for all the other goods and services started to go up.
Most of the people who follow the price of oil for a living say it's headed for $100 a barrel and quickly, as early as tomorrow.
When oil hit about $122, $123 a barrel in early 2008, we had food riots, you recall, in 22 countries. When oil hit $147 a barrel in July of 2008, all the prices across the supply chain for everything we buy went through the roof. And in that month, July 2008, purchasing power shut down all over the world.
It seems that everything is costing more.
Food costs expected to rise 4% this year.
Just 60 days after oil hit $147 a barrel. For the first time in history, the stock market fell a record 777 points in a single day.
The worst day on Wall Street. The market fell as if down a well.
We're down over 16%.
Because we're now down 43%.
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement, and I don't blame them.
And that was the economic earthquake. The collapse of the financial markets 60 days later, that was the aftershock. And so every time we try to regrow the global economy at the same rate we were growing before July 2008, oil prices will go up, all the other prices for everything we buy will go up, and it'll shut down over and over again.
Every time the price of oil goes up, a few months later, unemployment soars.
So we have this catch-22. When the oil price is low, that stimulates economic activity. That creates more demand for oil. As demand increases, price of oil goes up, and the next thing you know, we have a financial crisis, and we start the cycle again.
Every 4 or 5 years, we're in these cycles of growth, slowdown, growth, slowdown. That's the end game.
Hey, bro, you know what's crazy? As you get older in the world, and as we get older, you start looking back on this stuff, and like as we become more like financially savvy and start understanding the game, you really start to understand what low gas prices mean. So low gas prices mean more people gonna spend money. When gas price is low, everything else is lower. Here's why though. If gas is low, well, if crude oil is low, which causes gas to be low, now shipping things become cheaper. And if shipping things can be cheaper, then the cost of things can be cheaper. And if the cost of things can be cheaper, then people actually have more purchasing power. And because you're an American citizen, when you got purchasing power, what do? You purchase. You purchase. So when gas is high, when crude oil goes up and then gas goes up, now what it costs to get the gas goes up. And because it costs more to get the crude oil, the gas got to go up. And because the gas got to go up, everything else got to go up. Because what it costs to go get the oil goes up. Now, let's get into the fact that you know that crude oil is in like 50% of products that we use. So a $200 barrel of oil Yeah, $200 barrel of oil gonna shut it down, bro. Shut it down, dog. Shut it down, cuz. Gas $5 right now.
That crude oil, I mean, I gotta dive deeper. I could have looked it up probably, but does that affect like natural gas, like in our homes and stuff too?
Yeah, all of it come off that.
Yeah. Okay.
So the crude oil is everything. So then like diesel and all of that stuff.
broken down. I saw it.
It's a product of all that.
Niggas in the cold talking about, you better turn that heat on.
Yeah. Good thing we in summer.
Right.
Good thing we going to spring, summer.
Shoot.
Damn. Let's go a little further, man.
Better use that air fryer. Don't turn that oven on.
The U.S. is building the first major factory since 1977. The Brownfield, Texas. Wait a what? I could have swore I built a couple oil refineries. Added on to them. And Sassaw wasn't an oil refinery, and I was in Lake Charles. You're right. The Brownfield, Texas project puts a new U.S. refinery on the board for the first time since 1977, with India's reliance backing on a multi-billion-dollar bill that matters because the issue isn't crude supply alone, it's capacity to turn the shale oil into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. For decades, the industry kept expanding, old facilities instead of building new ones from scratch. A new site on the Gulf Coast, I know it's gonna go there, signals that production growth and export ambitions still depend on old school industrial infrastructure. Energy strength isn't just measured in at the wellhead, it shows up in the plants and process of raw barrels into finished fuel. You sure is right, George. We was adding on to old plants.
Nobody Bro, when you said that, I thought you said you bought one and you just forgot about that. I was like, boy, you richer than I thought. Bro, I could have sworn I bought me a... Bro, when you said it, I was like, bro, I could have sworn I bought me an oil refinery. Where I put that joint at? Oh, that's crazy. Bro, can you imagine if you said that, though?
And somebody said natural gas to heat your... I said the price is affected by crude oil, family. I said the price is affected by crude oil. I said the price is affected by it. Jose, you out of your mind, bro. Bro, if I had a plant that I bought...
It forgot about it like your stylus pen.
Like, yeah, bro, I just forgot the oil plant that we got, George. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting, George. Let's go a little further, man.
Hi, Trap. How are you? My question, I'm trying to be a chart person. So my question is, how can I make, let's say, hybrid charting and geopolitical situation? For example, if just I'm notice good quality company break major support level during geopolitical situation, how should I react? So should I go with chart and stop loss, or I know this is a major support, but due to geopolitical situation, so this support level it doesn't respect, and I keep this play because I am, let's say, feel like this situation it will not last longer than 4 to 5 weeks. So what's the best approach in this situation in view of chart and geopolitical situation?
What's good, King? So that's a really good question. I'm gonna always tell you, so I'll never tell you don't go with what you feel, but I'm gonna always tell you stick to the chart. And the reason I'm gonna say that is, like, don't negate how you feel, but you also think it's gonna last 4 or 5 weeks because you heard Donald Trump say it's gonna last 4 or 5 weeks. And I'll be honest with you, he don't know how long it's gonna last. You can say how long it's gonna last. Like, I can say I'm gonna knock somebody out in the 10th round, but here I am in the 12th round fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knock him out in 8, but here we are in round 10 and I might be losing. You hear me? You feel me? Like, I'm in round and told the press, I'm gonna knock him out in round 8, I'm gonna kill him. But here we are in round 10 and they're like, hey, this could go either way. You know? You feel what I'm saying? So, what I will say, King, is like, I would pay attention to the chart. I would respect my stop loss if you got one in, because I heard you say that. Like, respect the stop loss, but here's what you do. Pay attention to your chart and respect your stop loss. And if you get stopped out, ask yourself, what's a good situation I need to re-enter? So it's using the stock, using your chart so you can chart it up to see what you need to see. Then the next thing you're doing is saying, here's my stop loss. You're paying attention to geopolitical tensions, and you're saying, if it breaks my stop loss, what do I need to see? What is my key level that I need to see it re-enter for me to get back in? That way you're respecting the stop loss, you still have a re-entry, and you're letting the geopolitical drive the movement of the stock, which is going to do anyway. I think that helps you out a lot. I just want y'all to know I was this close to flushing Jose. I'm talking about I was so close to flushing him.
But that actually is
I know sometimes, I'm not putting it out that I said that. I don't think I said I don't think I said that I had an oil refinery that I forgot about. I don't think I said that. I don't think I said that. Right?
Now, look,
but if I did say that,
too.
If I did say that, let the record reflect before somebody repost this and say this dumbass nigga talking about he got an oil refinery. Let the record reflect. Miss April, I do not have an oil refinery.
That you forgot about.
That I forgot about.
It's like, hold up.
Wait, I just forgot I spent a couple billion. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been holding out, cuz. I've been holding out, cuz. Yeah, we got a whole Chevron refinery somewhere.
Let the barrels go up to 200. We good.
200 it is. 250, can we? Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let me just let the record reflect, right? Before y'all put me on the shade room, and before people start saying these stock dudes be saying anything out their mouth and y'all be believing them, now he got an oil refinery that he forgot about. Let the record reflect. So when y'all see that on the shade room and Baller Alert and you know, all the other pages, let the record reflect that I do not have that. It was a misspeaking. I mean,
somebody in the chat was like, Jose was like, nigga, how rich are you?
Yeah, let me just, nigga, I'm fighting for my life over here with this building, man. So let's let the record reflect that I don't have it. I don't have it. Let's go a little further, man. Trump calls for the Fed to hold a special meeting to cut rates right now. Now you begging Jerome. We back to Jerome. You know Jerome ain't doing nothing for you, bro. It's March. Jerome got 60 days. He like, bro, I'm not giving you nothing. You just try to put charges on me, bro. I'm not doing nothing for you, man. Let's go a little further.
Jerome, too late. Powell, I call him too late because he's always too late with interest. Should cut interest rates. He should cut them right now. They should have a special meeting. What's a better time to cut interest rates than now? A third grade student would know that.
Jerome. He said a third grade student. Yeah, that picture's wild, bro. Put that up for them so they can see. That is wild.
Say, bro, how can you insult somebody and expect them to do something for you, bro?
That's Trump math.
Bro, like.
That's Trump math.
You insult me every time you get a chance. You even try to file charges and put me in prison, bro. You think I'm gonna cut some rates for some stuff you started? Hold that, bro. Hold that. Hold it. I'm talking about hold that for as long as you can. Cause here's the crazy thing though. This even putting the next Fed chairman in a tight spot. Cause you gotta think about it. If this, let's say this holds up till, let me show y'all something right quick. Let me show something right quick, Jose. I'm gonna go to my screen.
While Trap going to his screen, shout out to one Will Wallace for gifting all the memberships to the Trappers. I see them flooding in right now. Salute, brother.
What he did, Jose?
You can actually gift the memberships.
Oh, he gifted membership?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to my dog.
He gifted memberships. That's
What's
good.
his name?
One Will Wallace.
Will Wallace. How can you do that?
Yeah, you put it up and then people just grab him out.
They grab him out? Wow. Shout out to my guy, man. So I want to show y'all something right quick. I want to show y'all something. Hold on. So we have 16 hours. All right, here we go. Now I'm on it. Cut the music. Cut the music. So this is important for us. Somebody said it sends them out randomly, Jose. All right, so can they see my screen? All right, so this is Fair Watch. Hey, go look at the video I dropped yesterday on my YouTube. Y'all, go look at the video I dropped yesterday on my YouTube. It's a good video. I'm talking about, it's only like 12 minutes. It's a really, really good video, y'all. It's a really good video that I dropped yesterday. So we got the next Fed meeting in 16 hours, right? Which is tomorrow morning at 8:30. But watch this. We have a 98.9% chance that we do not get a cut. Right? We got a 98.9% chance that we do not get a cut. Now watch this. The next meeting is in April. We got a 96.9% chance that we don't get a cut. Watch this. The next one is in June. We got a 79% chance we don't get a cut. Let's go to July. We got a 63% chance we don't get a cut. Let's go to September. September, we got a 49% chance we get a cut. September. You got a chance in December, and you got a 49% chance in October. So now they got one rate cut on the table that is not expected to come until September. It moved from June to September. Mind you, we in March. The next Fed coming in late May, early June. So that's saying bruh might have the economy so jacked up that even the next Fed can't cut rates. And you know he gonna put pressure on that man to cut rates. You know he gonna say, I should have never elected him. I should have went with such and such, such and such. That nigga did, you know, he put Jerome in office. And then got mad at Joe Biden for not firing the man. How I can fire the man and you put him in office? Just wanted to show y'all that. So now here's the thing now I will say this is the thing that the market's gonna piss me off with tomorrow. Y'all know a rate cut not gonna happen. So why once the people tell y'all we ain't getting a rate cut, y'all gonna sell off?
So like, okay, Trap, the girl to love said, can you explain why he's begging for a rate cut?
Okay, so what rate cuts is they make things cheaper. So think about this. If let's say, so inflation means prices are going up. That means the rate at which money is being borrowed and lent is up. So what a rate cut does is it cuts that price down. So let's say something is at, I don't know, inflation probably right now I think is at 4% or 3.8% or something like that, somewhere up in that area, 4.2 or 3.8, I don't know off the top of my head. So if they cut rates, now the rate at which it costs for the bank to loan money to people goes down. So now money gets cheaper to be borrowed and lend. So now the rate at which you got to pay the money back is cheaper, which means if you get a rate cut, now your house is cheaper. Now your car is cheaper. Now your credit card pay. So now the payments on loans are cheaper. That's why rate cuts are important. This is why you had a serious bull market from 2008, 9, 10 till the pandemic, because money was dirt cheap, right? And when money is cheap, people can do what? Flood the market with money, because now you can grow. Because even, that's why we as people need to learn what it's like to borrow money, right? The reason why companies can grow is because they go borrow money that's cheap. So there's cycles when you're supposed to buy money. I'm sorry, let me say this again. But it's gonna be good. So, mark this. So there are cycles, there are moments in the economy when you're actually supposed to borrow money. So when people say, borrow money, get good debt, get bad debt. Well, that is true, but there are moments in the economy and in the market cycle where you're supposed to really borrow money. And the moment you are really supposed to borrow money is not when money is at an all-time high. You want to borrow money when money is cheap. Why? Because it's easier to pay back. This is why the issue with Japan was so amazing with people. Why? Because you were paying 0% to get that money. And so you borrow as much as you can, and once you make the profits, the arbitrage was pennies on the dollar, and so you were good. Well, this is how companies grow in America at a rapid pace. During that bull market from 2010 to the pandemic, money was cheap. And so even some of your big companies right now, what they was doing, like, yo, we sitting on $100 billion in cash. We sitting on $75 billion in cash. But guess what they was doing? Instead of me spending my cash, I'm about to go get $100 million or $100 billion to go build this plant or to go do this research and development, and the interest rates on it is zero, whatever. And guess what? Once I build this out, the profits gonna pay for the loan. And so it's really great to loan money. So this is why Trump is saying, cut rates, cut rates, cut rates. See, and I'm not saying he's brilliant, he's thinking like a 1% person thinks. And how do they think? I need money to be cheap so I can loan and get all the loans I need so all my people can get all the loans they need. This is why I need you to cut this. It's not because he want us to get it. And it's not because he want the market to run, but the market running is a byproduct of cheap money. Why? Because when America, and I'm talking about the big dogs, I'm talking about the Chevron, the Exxons, I'm talking about the Nvidias, I'm talking about all of these big companies, guess what they do? You know what? Now you're gonna see small caps run up. Why? Because small cap companies get to run up when money is cheap. Why? Because they don't have a lot of money anyway, but they can borrow, and then they can become profitable before money gets expensive again. So when money get expensive, it's not the time to be using other people's money when money is expensive, because it costs too much. But when the rate gets really low at 1% and 0.9%, this is when you loan all the money. This is when you go get out all the loans you can get real estate, get this, get that. And once it start producing money, you done locked in this dirt cheap loan already. at this dirt cheap interest rate already. And you're like, bro, so what if they spike? I'm locked in right here. So now you got to have a different kind of talk. When you go borrow the money, you got to make sure that you are locked in at that rate. This is a different kind of conversation they're going to have. Here's what I did when I bought the building. When I first got the price on the building for the loan, it was at a certain rate. But before I signed the paper, we had a rate cut. We had a 0.25% rate cut. I had went back to the man and said, hey, I need you to change the rate on that by a 0.25%. He looked at me. I said, yeah, they just cut rates. He looked at me and said, you smart. You damn right I am. Give me that 0.25%. Here's why. That 0.25% might don't look like a lot, but when you talking millions, it's a lot. If the bank got 100 people paying a 0.25% more, that's a lick. You feel me? And so that's why it's so important for you, one, to fix your credit and get it right so you can get them cheaper rates. But two, when the rates get really, really low, that's why the financial crisis was also bad. That's why a lot of people lost real estate too. It wasn't just the people that it was people who were over leveraged. It was people like, yo, this money dirt ass cheap. I'm about to get as much as I can. I'm getting everything I can. But what happened was you got all this real estate, but now nobody can make the payments on their houses and stuff. So you didn't lose it because you had a bad, the owner didn't lose it because they had a bad loan. The owner lost it because they was renting it or whatever to people who couldn't pay it. And so now, think about this. This is going to really happen in the market too. Think about this from a perspective. So you got people that's working real great jobs. They are considered AAA buyers or AAA borrowers, right? So think about your people that's working your white collar jobs that's getting paid $100,000, $250,000, $300,000 a year. Guess what? Banks give them credit. Banks give them houses based on their job. We all have a bank profile, right? Well, guess what? When you lose that job, now you can't pay that house note that I gave you the loan for. So now with AI, that's the thing about AI knocking all of these jobs off. They're not just taking like house cleaner jobs, warehouse jobs. They taking corporate American jobs. These are the people that banks look at and say, yep, you want to get that Ferrari? You can have it. Yep, you want to get that Keeping Up with the Joneses house? You can have it. You know why? Because you got this great job that you got this great master's degree for, and this job pays you $400,000, $500,000, $300,000 a year. You're what's called a AAA borrower. So I don't mind giving you the money based on your work profile. Well, what happens when all these people with these great work profiles lose their job and they not gonna be replaced? It's only a matter of time before they can't what? Afford that house. That's another thing that's gonna hit this market really, really hard in the next few years. It's not the fact that just what the AI doing. Remember, everything that happens has a ripple effect. Now, what I will say on the backside of that is technology has always changed the world. Think about it. We looking at it like, bruh, it's the end of the world. But guess what's gonna happen? The next generation gonna adapt to it.
Yeah, I have read that, but one of the things they were talking about before, they had time to adapt.
We've had time.
I was saying in this,
We've
it's
had
like
time.
it's happening so quick.
We've had time. When Siri first came out, what did we do? We played with it.
I'm about to say, yeah, they ain't take
right?
that
You
serious.
ain't take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then things slowly evolve. I'm gonna show you how things slowly evolve. What do we think was gonna happen once we saw we could go on Walmart and they ain't had no cashiers in there? We started seeing self-checkout. This was in 2010? Self-checkout. That was letting us know. What you thought was gonna happen?
We just weren't looking for it. We was like, this is
you know why? You was like, damn. We were thinking about, hey, I'm gonna scan this, but I ain't gonna scan that.
Right.
We saw it. We ain't take it serious. What we often don't
Like,
do is we often don't take it serious until it's life-threatening.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you went in Walmart and you saw self-checkout, you thought, I got him. They gonna give me my money back.
Right.
They got him. And then you went to realizing, wait, they don't really got but two. And then you saw it go from Walmart to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. And then the grocery store.
Then Then it's what you thought was gonna happen. You thought they were playing? Then you go into the hospital, it's like, hey, just check in, do this right here. They been telling us what's coming, bro. It ain't happened all of a sudden. This been happening for a minute. What happened now is they full throttle. You have somebody like NVIDIA that say, oh, see, somebody always come speed the game up. So you had NVIDIA come say, hey, we ain't even worrying about gaming no more. I don't found Sean, we ain't worrying about Nintendos and PlayStations no more. We about to turn it up a notch. And now it's gone. It's gone. That what that was. This ain't happened all of a sudden, bro. We've been looking at that happen. We've been watching that happen. Hey, Siri, can you, oh man. Once Siri started being able to tell us, hey, why you talking to me like that? We should have knew something was up.
Alexa.
Yeah, once they start talking to us and telling us, why are you doing that? Why are you talking to me like that? I can't repeat that, Leon. Wait a minute, what? And they been showing us, bro. The iPhone was the evolution been happening right in front of our face, bro. Bro, when I came home and I could touch the screen, I blew a gasket. I was like, yo, George still had a regular phone. I had a touch screen before George. I was that excited I was like, bro, we could touch the screen? But it's been happening. But evolution has always changed the game. Think about this. Think about the people that was riding their horse saying, I'm not getting no car. I ain't never buying no car. Then think about the people that went from newspaper to radio, from radio to TV, from TV to internet came. Evolution has always changed the world, bro. And it has always taken jobs.
Yeah.
When has evolution not taken a job? We don't got no milkman no more. We don't got no newspaper routes no more.
I used to have a paper route too.
Come on, we don't got it no more, bro. Evolution always takes jobs, bro. Huh? Yeah, bro. Bro, they got the things on the garbage truck now.
Do the automatic joint.
Evolution always takes jobs, bro. And we just gonna be in that world. There's gonna be a generation. Now, here's the thing. There's gonna be a generation that's gonna get hit really hard. There's another generation that's coming behind. They're gonna thrive on it. They're gonna, like our kid, like my daughter, but that's what we gotta do now. We gotta be like, all right, let me teach my kids AI now. Let me teach them the things now. That way your kids, I'm about to say something that's crazy, that way your kids are positioned to help your ass when you get older. And they not out here confused because they don't know about AI and you got Chinese kids doing AI at 3 years old. All right, that's a whole nother story.
I'm about to say, because when we get older, AI gonna be scamming us hard. It's gonna be scamming us doing FaceTime.
Yeah, so yeah, what it is. Let's go a little further, man. 1-800-TRAPPER hotline, man.
What's going on, Trappin the fam? Name is Saint. Y'all probably seen me in the group chat all the time these days. But I've been in about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Came in from Forex. That's how I funded my account. They go hand in hand, so I really want to try it out. So my question is, I have $3,000 and I'm 26 years old, right? I'm trying to figure out what's best for me right now, right? Because I'm a swing trader, just like a majority of traders, hopefully. Is it best to just acquire 1, 2, maybe 3 really good stocks that has great potential? Or is it better if what I'm doing now, because I'm currently holding like 12 stocks and they all in the green because I know how to chart from Forex, of course. What you think is the best for me at this moment? Not even at this moment, but like in general, as far as my trading journey goes, and I start to get into options later on when I understand it. Appreciate it.
Shout out to him for living in the bunker already. He getting his bunker already.
Is he in a bunker or he at
I
work?
don't know, but it looked like
But
it.
he at work.
I want to make one of them joints.
A bunker?
I've been watching Paradise, bro.
Oh, Miss Cheryl keep telling me to watch Paradise. Should I
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it?
yeah, you got to.
You told me to?
Yeah.
The Cheryl telling
Please
me to
start
watch
from
Paradise,
season 1.
man.
Don't
Should I
start-
watch it?
Yeah.
Should I watch it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about end of the world?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk to my guy, man. 26-year-old, 3K, come from Forex. Man, I love it. So, now, if I'm not mistaken, I think in Forex, y'all be trading like one or two things, right? Like, they don't trade a bunch of stuff. I think they trade like one or two things. I'm not sure. What I would say is yes. So for me, right now, what I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest with you, I was telling y'all today in the Patreon, like, I'm building a watch list out of 50 stocks. Right? So I'm building my watch list out of like 50 stocks, and I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I'm looking for bases. I'm looking for who holding up strength. I'm looking for how far certain companies that I like have fell off. Are they setting up bases? What are they doing? Like, I'm trying to put a list together of like at least 50 stocks that I really liked and I want to look at. Yeah. So somebody said you can trade as many as you can handle in Forex. I kind of think that. I just thought that like most Forex people only stick to like 2 or 3 or 4 of them that they always talk about. I always see people talk about the same one like UAXX and it's usually be a couple ones. I know it's a lot of it, but but I could be wrong. Again, that's not my lead, but I just be seeing the certain ones. But yes, so what I would do is if I'm you, because you new to the stock market, you already know how to trade and chart already. Options just gonna give you some leverage and protection because I do think in Forex you can lose more than what's in your account. If I'm not mistaken. I think they can lose. That's what the options market gonna save you at. Like you can only lose what you got in a trade. I think in Forex they can kind of go negative, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, I would pick like 4 stocks, bro, and really, really study them really good. Because you already know how to chart, focus on your key levels, and that's gonna really help you out. Now, if you're talking about building out a portfolio, I think you should only focus on 2 or 3. I mean, the goal would be definitely put 1,000 in each one of them. That would be my goal. But if you're talking about from a trading perspective, I think that 3 or 4 is really good. Master what they look like, master those key levels, and man, you'll kill it because you already have. The one thing I can say about a lot of Forex traders I do know, the ones that I know, they know how to chart really well. It's just crazy. The volatility over there is just super crazy. From my perspective, if you come from Forex to charting, to options, it's actually a slower game. I think it's actually a slower game because Forex is like fast. Like it's a slower game and there's more safety on the option side for you once you can understand like theta and you can understand delta, which is how time works against you and then how much money you make as your stock move and you understand key levels. I think that I think a Forex trader be really good at options because y'all study charts so much anyway. It's just a slower ball game. So I just think that's my, I think that would be my only thing. Like I know in Forex, they can go negative. Like you can't go negative in the options market unless you're doing like a margin call or something. You using them people money. Other than that, like you good. Like, bro, you can only lose. You put up 1,000 or you can lose 1,000. You know? Like it's like that in itself, if I'm a Forex trader, that in itself, sign me up. Yeah. So yeah, bro, I think you in the I think you're doing a good job. Thank you for being a part of the community, man. I can't wait to grow with you and build with you and help you on this part of your journey too, King. So salute, man. Let's go. Damn, we just late into the certified trap of the week? Damn, dog, it's 10 o'clock. All right, let's go. Jeez Louise, bro. Y'all crazy. All right, so let's get into it, man. Our certified trapper of the week is none other than Jesse Binga. So Jesse Binga was an African-American banker, real estate entrepreneur, and philanthropist whose financial ventures transformed Chicago's Bronzeville community. As a founder of the Binga State Bank, he became one of the most prominent black businessmen in the United States of America during the 20th century. Let's go, King.
Jerome, too late. Powell, I kill him too late because he's...
In the late 1800s, Chicago was a city of hustle and opportunity, but for African Americans, that opportunity was often limited by racial barriers. Jesse Binga, born in Detroit in 1865 to a free black family, saw these barriers not as walls, but as challenges to be overcome. He arrived in Chicago with just $10 in his pocket, but he had something far more valuable: ambition and a brilliant mind. For business, he started small, working as a barber and then selling goods on the street. But Binga wasn't content with just getting by. He decided to change the game. He began buying and renovating properties in Chicago's South Side, creating what would become the city's vibrant Black Belt. He wasn't just a landlord, he was a community builder. In 1908, Jesse Binga opened the Binga Bank. This was more than just a financial institution. It was a symbol of black economic empowerment. For the first time, black Chicagoans had a place where they could secure loans, start businesses, and invest in their futures. The Binga Bank fueled a boom in the South Side, helping to create what historians now call the Black Metropolis. Financing everything from churches to movie theaters to small businesses, Binga himself became a millionaire, a celebrated figure whose success defied the racial prejudices of his era. He was living proof that with grit and vision, anything was possible. He famously said, "I've been broke, but I've never been poor," highlighting his belief in the power of a rich mindset. But his story takes a tragic turn. The Great Depression hit everyone hard, and the Binga Bank was no exception. Despite his best efforts to save the institution that had uplifted his community, the bank collapsed in 1930. The fall was devastating. Binga not only lost his fortune, but was also unjustly convicted of embezzlement in a case many believe was racially motivated. He served time in prison, a heartbreaking end for a man who had given so much. After his release, he lived a quiet life, a shadow of his former self, passing away in 1950. For decades, his legacy was largely forgotten, buried by the weight of his downfall. So why should we remember Jesse Binga today? Because his story is a powerful lesson in resilience, innovation, and community leadership. He built an empire in an era designed to keep him down. He showed that economic power is a crucial tool for social change. While his story ends in tragedy, his impact is undeniable. He laid the groundwork for black entrepreneurship and finance in America, and his vision for a self-sufficient, prosperous black community continues to inspire generations.
Such a phenomenal story, bruh. Right, and I already know what happened during that Great Depression. They ain't try to help him like they helped their counterparts. You know what I'm saying? And you already know what they gonna do when they try to get. First of all, they was mad that he probably had the bank. Second of all, you know, they came up with the embezzlement stuff. That man wasn't embezzling nobody, man. I already know how they be getting down. Bro. It's a dirty business, dog. It's a dirty business, man. Shout out to Jesse Binga, man. Let's go, man. There are now 27 black billionaires worldwide worth a combined $121 billion. Let's go, man. Rihanna, $1 billion. Beyonce, $1 billion. Robert Johnson, $1 billion. Dr. Dre, $1 billion. Queen, Miss Sheila Johnson, $1.2 billion. FEMA, FO, $1.3 billion. Stephen, $1.3 billion. Mo Abram, the king, United Kingdom, $1.3 billion. Tyler Perry, $1.4. Let's go, New Orleans. Let's go, New Orleans. Bronny, $1.4 billion. Tope, hope I said that right. Software, $1.4 billion. Harriet, $1.5 billion. In Haiti, I like it. Healthcare, let's go. Tiger, $1.5. Magic, $1.6. Strive, $2.1. Oh, we in the twos now. David Green, $2.3. AO, $2.5. Hove, Brooklyn, $2.8. Stop playing with Hove. Oprah, $3.2. Patrice,
you gotta say
4.3. Mike, 4.3. Mike, 6.5. Robert F. Smith, 10 billion. Sheesh. That's crazy. All right, AR from Nigeria, 11.2. David Stewart, 12.4. Alex Karp, shout out to Katie and her baby daddy, 13.4.
Did we ever do a DNA test on my dog?
Oh, who?
Alex.
What you got to do a DNA test for? Sucker black, man.
I'm just...
You know he black. Man, I wear number white t-shirts, man. They ride somebody's hood, man. A Kale, 28.5. Them Nigerians get money. He sit like he about 30. Yeah, you right, cuz. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cuz. He sit down like he got about $28 billion. I'm just saying though, bro, like, how you get there? Say, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Can I tell him something right quick? So I sat down with a, I'm gonna say something. So I sat down with a COO of a 9-figure company. And he told me something, man, he shook my spirit. And he had me rethinking everything I got going on. And he said, Trap, let me tell you something. He said, you sitting on a $100 million business. Between this building, the impact you have. He said, but your blueprint is not a $100 million blueprint. I said, what? He said, your blueprint is not a $100 million blueprint. He said, the blueprint you have is going to be very impactful, you know, between the free events and the paid events, the community, the stuff you want to do. He said, but that's not a $100 million model. That's an impact-driven, and it's a revenue model. In order to have a $100 million model, you got to think outside the box. And I said, what? I said, man, I bought a building. He said, that's the hard part. I said, all right. He said, so, and I sat down with him for a while. And he said, show me your business model. Write everything I want. He said, just tell me everything you want to do with this building. Tell me everything. Don't leave out nothing. Tell me the ideas. What you think you can do, what you're gonna do, what's on the back burner, just write it out for me. So I'm writing it out for him. I'm like, yeah, I'm writing it out for him, y'all. He said, none of that'll get you to 100 million. I said, what? He said, again, it's like I told you. He said, you'll make money, you'll impact, you'll give, you'll be successful. But none of that'll get you to 100 million. If you want 100 million, you probably can only keep 1 or 2 of those, and everything else gotta go because it's gonna consume you. You're gonna keep reverting back to it. You take 1 or 2 of them that's gonna drive your revenue on what you're supposed to do, that's gonna help you be impactful and influential, but you gotta throw all of that other stuff out the window and never bring it back. And when he said that to me, bro, it depleted me and inspired me at the same time. And then he said, if you don't get out the red ocean, eventually you're gonna get 8. Yeah, bro. You don't get out the red ocean, eventually you're gonna get 8. Because y'all gonna be on a fast pace to the bottom. You make 100 million by doing something nobody is doing. He said, people copy $100 million businesses and improve on them. He said, people copy $100 million businesses and then improve them. He said, go look at the blueprint. He said, go look at every business you see that's worth 100 million, 2 billion, and go see what the byproduct of that is. And I'm looking like, yep, McDonald's gave you Burger King, and Nike gave you Reebok, and You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody improved. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever. Uber, Lyft. You know, everybody tried to improve. NVIDIA, I was like, damn. And bro, and I said, it shook me, frustrated me. Frustrated me. Because imagine you get the building and you like, I got it. I'm going to host the events. I'm going to, rent the building out to people. I'm going to host the events, my events. I'm going to do free stuff for my communities. He was like, no. That's a good business model. It's just not $100 million business model. I'm talking, almost gave me a migraine headache. I was pissed off at myself and everything. Like, damn, like, I can't. But then he told me something that was really good. The only way to create $100 million model is not only to think outside the box. You got to go be inspired by $100 million people. Because that's where you get the inspiration from. That's where you get the inspiration from. He said, so your goal now is to go find people who are outside the box thinkers. Because that's where the inspiration going to come from. So yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was really, that was powerful. That was powerful for me. Great show, but some MOD or bot program keep D my message in the chat. Nothing bad. That don't have nothing. That ain't me, family. I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to say, you in here. He already giving gifts and everything.
Yeah, we see you, family.
Looking for you.
Wallace, we see you. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what's deleting you, family.
You good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was powerful for to hear that, though, bro. It's powerful for to hear that. So just know that somebody said you got to franchise the Wall Street. Look, that ain't the $100 million model either. I said that.
And he shot a hole in that joke.
He was like, I shot something. He was like, get that little mother. Let's go. But I want y'all to see this though. These are people. We've seen Rihanna and Jay. We've seen them come up, y'all. We've seen Mike and Brian. We've seen them build it. And so here's what I want us to look at when we look at this. Just know that you are capable if that's what you want. I will tell you this, yo, like, it's not easy. I'll tell y'all that for sure. Like, the vision, when people say this, the vision is free, but the hustle is so separate. The vision is free, but the hustle is so separate. That's a whole different ballgame. So anyway, let's go a little further, man.
Pastor Trapp. I call you Pastor because you're out here spreading the gospel of economics.
Stop the video right now. OG, why would you call here and say that? Flush you out the gate.
Look, he even explains why he called you that too.
Flush him out the gate before I even hear the rest of what he got to say. Flush you, OG. Flush you, OG. Now I'm gonna let you sit for a minute.
Let him simmer in there.
Let you just go down the toilet hole for a second. You hear me?
Marinate. Marinate.
All right, let's bring it back to the OG, man.
Pastor Trapp. I call you Pastor because you're out here spreading the gospel of economics. I really appreciate your evolution, your growth. I like this new preservation of capital advice that you've been given, but I've also been with you long enough to remember when you used to say a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing. So as we navigate these volatile markets here, I wanted to know if you still prescribe to the antidote, or if you do, how do you think we should be should we be putting our money while we wait for these markets to calm down? I know you say cash on the side is a good thing, but do you mean literally on the side, or do you have some pockets for us to tuck it in so that it is moving while we wait to get back into the action? Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Before you answer that, OG seemed like he got so much game while he out there grilling.
Bruh, I'm talking about, listen, talking to you.
He just flipping steaks and chicken and
I
just
know
got...
he put beer in his barbecue sauce or something. Yeah.
He just giving you game about life.
I'm talking about he got gems. I can tell the way he went to this with it. Like, then when he used this word, antidote. I knew he had some game with him right there. I knew he had the game right there. But yeah, so now the Patreon talk about, yep, that's what we doing now. Y'all get on my nerves, yeah. Here's what I will say. I still subscribe to the idea of a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing, right? But from this perspective, now, if you want to go high yield saving, I'm not mad at that, you know, for some time. If you want to go short-term bond, you can do that. You know, the reward on it not going to be great. You can go 30-day, 60-day, 90-day short-term treasury note. I'm not mad at that if you wanted to do that, but then you would have to do it for some time. I'm not mad at that because you never know how long it's going to go. But what I will say is, when I say a dollar that's not moving, a dollar that's losing, it's just money that's sitting still outside of the brokerage account. So think about it. If it's like sitting in your savings account or sitting in your like checking account, it's not moving. If it's sitting in the air mattress, under the mattress, or in a shoebox, it's not moving. Well, in this situation, it's on the sideline, but it's in your account ready to deploy. So think about it, you have a new gun, you got your clips loaded, and you got one in a chamber. That's what this is. So your money in your brokerage account ready to deploy. That's why I'm trying to do my best right now at like having us with some stuff loaded up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, hey, y'all, I'm trying to build a watch list out of 50 stocks. I'm looking at, you know, what's setting up, what's holding weakness. That's my goal, to put us in position. And even if we got to take a small position, and, you know, I'm looking for that for us so we can be ready to deploy with us being, and I appreciate you saying, bro, I appreciate you saying us being on the sideline, I ain't mad at it. But I also appreciate you saying I've been with you long enough to know when we was active. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate the longevity. And that means a lot to me, OG, for real. I appreciate your trust because I know a man of your caliber, you don't give your trust to anybody, and two, you ain't putting your money listening to anybody. So I personally appreciate that with that knowledge. So to end that, that's what I would say, OG. I would say that the money that we have in the broker that we keep putting in the account sitting to the side, that's like loading up our clips, getting ready to, when the target getting in front of us, we can shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. It's active, but it's on chill. Think about the difference you would have to do. Like, you got to take the money, send it to your account from your bank account. You got to wait a day. You got to wait till it go through, then already being able to execute. So I would look at it from that perspective. You can buy some short-term bonds. You can do that to try to make some move just to get something, but you may risk tying your money up, you know, in this move. So I think it's a gift and a curse being that way. I think right now it's just stacking. Yeah, but I think, you know, you can go high yield, huh? Yeah, I think you can go high yield savings right now to see what that could look like if you want to do something. They have a few products that you can use, but for me, the goal for me is to dominate when the time is coming. So I can, you know, I think I'm sitting on right now $700,000 in cash, something like that. Maybe $700-800 in cash like that. So I think that's kind of the best place to go right now, OG. Appreciate your loyalty. Appreciate you trusting me. I do not take your loyalty for granted. Thank you for that. Let's go. Could NVIDIA could generate sit in revenue by, I think it's $1 trillion in revenue by 2027. Let's go.
at this time, I said that where I stood at that moment in time, we saw about $500 billion. We saw $500 billion of very high confidence demand and purchase orders for Blackwell and Rubin through 2026. I said that last year. Now, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but $500 billion is an enormous amount of revenue. Not one impressed. I know why you're not impressed, because all of you had record years. Well, I'm here to tell you that right now where I stand, a few short months after GTC DC, 1 year after last GTC, right here where I stand, I see through 2027 at least $1 trillion.
It's not too many times where I say the market get it wrong, bro. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Stank. What's up, baby? You all right? You need me right now?
No.
Why you sound sad?
No, I'm laying it down.
Why you ain't watching Trappin' Tuesday?
Oh, it turned. Oh, I forgot about that.
How you forgot this what?
I didn't know it was Tuesday. I forgot it was Tuesday.
Damn, what kind of life you got? How busy your life is?
Very.
You, your life is very busy? All right. Well, let Daddy finish Trappin' Tuesday. I'll call you. And we got to read the Bible tonight. We ain't read it in 3 nights.
Yeah.
It's my fault?
I'm not sure. I didn't say it was your fault.
All right. I'm going to take the blame because I should have called you. All right.
You want to see something first? Like, I got to show you something.
Let me see.
Hold on. How you doing?
I can't see nothing.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, now you watching Trappin' Tuesday. Go ahead.
I didn't say it was your fault.
All right. I'm going to take the blame because I should have called you. All right.
You want to see something first? Like, I got to show you something.
Let me see. All right. Let me call you when I get off, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. I can't see nothing. All right, y'all. Y'all know I gotta let her know she first. You know, I gotta shut it down. I gotta shut it down. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. You know why I do that, bro? Because I never want her to think that I put anything before her. As much as I love y'all and as much as I love, like, talking to y'all, kicking shit with y'all, like, if she called me, I'm gonna say, like, hold on, y'all, let me. You know what I'm saying? I always want her to know, like, bro, like, my daddy put me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he don't answer the phone, it's because he probably not around the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I could be in a business meeting. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up, Stank? Hey, let me handle this. First thing is, do you need me? Are you okay? If she be like, yeah, because if she crying, I'm putting the business meeting on hold. If the first my question, you all right? You good? Yeah, I'm good, daddy. All right, you sure? You want to talk to me? Why you sound like that? Because they'll be like, I don't really want, but then you got to ask them a couple questions, then they come out. Like, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. All right, cool. Once I can check the temperature, all right, hey, it's Trappin' Tuesday. Let me hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always want her to know that, bro. I always want her, and like, her spot, and this may be a hard thing to swallow, but her spot in my life will never change. For so many different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, her spot in my life would not, and I pray to God that he bless me with some more kids, but like, her spot in my life is cemented as Like, that's my world. It's God and then my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And that's important for me, for her to know that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we were talking about ginseng wine, right? And
I didn't think you was going back.
No. I gotta
Okay.
go back. We were talking to the people. I gotta
Okay.
go back to it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back to it. There's only a few times where I can say that the market got something wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I think the market has really been getting NVIDIA wrong since last year, bro. Real talk, bro. Like, the reason why, there's no way you can tell me that this company can generate this much money and then keep proving to us that it could generate this much money. And then every time you set an expectation on it, it blow it out the water. Not just earnings, not just revenue, but backlog, forward guidance, share buybacks. There's no way a company like this could be running, doing these type of numbers, just real talk, these type of numbers, but then nothing against MU. How is MU outperforming NVIDIA? How is any company on the market outperforming a company that just keep blowing shit out the water, bro? I will always say the market don't never get it wrong. And I'm not just saying this because I've lost money on it before, because I done lost on trades before, I ain't tripping. But bro, like, I think the market getting this one big time wrong, dog. Big time wrong, dog. Big time wrong, dog. Because the man just said by 2027, $1 trillion, bro. The man, like, think about that. He just hit him for 500 billion, and it was like, huh? Yeah, knocked it out the park. He just made, listen to this, Jose. Bro just made 60 billion in 1 quarter for the last earnings. How much did you make? Oh, we did 60 billion. Bro, they got companies that do 60 billion in a year. And here's the crazy part. Dude did 60 billion in a quarter and then said whatever your earnings estimate was, I raise it by another 6 to 8%. Bro, what? What? Oh, the black thing that y'all thought wasn't good? Oh yeah, we sold like 20 billion of them. What? Bro, every number they give this dude, he blow it out the water, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't too, we don't see companies like this come around once in a lifetime, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And if you telling me Krispy Kreme donut, bro, you telling me Walmart is outperforming NVIDIA? This what you telling me? I'm not even mad at MU. Like, we've been making money off you, but you telling me MU, which is is outmaneuvering the innovator of the whole space, because think about it. Without them, the whole AI is trash. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's my only thing. Like, and y'all know me, bro. I always said, I got 8,000 shares of them. All right. I always say, like, yo, the market is never wrong. I always say that. This is the one time you'll hear me say, bro, they getting this one really wrong. They getting this one really, 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 really wrong. Yes, yeah, you're right, bro. The stock is not reflecting the quality of the company, bro. 100%, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Krispy Kreme, no, KT Tactical. Last week, Krispy Kreme donuts surged 20%. I'm like, ain't no way up off of missed earnings and missed revenue. Why are you surging? And we can just go down the list, bro, of companies that is not as impactful, bro. And I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, again, I'm not a person to say that the market is getting it wrong. This NVIDIA should easily be $300, bro. I'm talking about, it should be $300, like, on a conservative side. Think about this, bro. they have not missed the earnings. And especially the last 2 earnings, they've exceeded expectations, bro. Listen to me, Jose. I just need you to understand this. $60 billion in 90 days, bro. And then said, yo, we gonna increase the next quarter's guidance by. Then he just come up here and said, hey, yeah, we're gonna do $1 trillion by 20. And here's the thing, bro, don't be lying. He's like, oh, y'all think we playing? Look at the backlog demand right here. We ain't going nowhere. So I get it when we say that AI demand is, but here's the thing. How can we now say that AI is a bubble when AI is taking people's jobs for real? How can we say AI is the bubble when AI is literally using Anthropic to drop bombs on people? How can we say AI is a bubble when we see Alex Corp and they use him to go capture people in Venezuela? How can we say AI is bubble when all of these companies on the Fortune 500, we got over 100 and some 200 something thousand jobs. We got companies now laying off half of their team for AI. How can we say it's a bubble? I don't care what Michael Burry's saying, but how is that possible? Now, of course, he winning on his puts. I'm not mad at him. So he got enough juice. And that's what I've learned that people like him do. Bill Ackman has did it. They use their juice and they got enough juice to jam the market up. Not mad at that. But I truly feel, and here's the crazy part about it. The dude is doing it without China. That's just, bro said, yo, y'all think we gonna slip without China? Let me show y'all something right quick. Pull the hood up. This without China. This is without China, bruh. They were scared he wasn't gonna be able to sell without China. Bruh said, y'all got me twisted. I got this black leather jacket. This time forward, bro. Y'all tripping. So, bro, I just, man, I just don't get it, bruh. I just don't get it, bro. That's the only one I can say, hey, that's the only one if I can say, bro, the market got it wrong. I take it to the jaw, bro. I be like, hey, it is what it is, dog. Like, damn, market never wrong. That's been my saying forever, bro. The market ain't never wrong. Our entries are, our exits are. For this one, there's no way NVIDIA should, from October to now, 182 or 3 with these kind of numbers? You're wrong. Bro, this stock should easily, if I'm being realistic, bro, this stock should be $5 trillion market cap by now with these kind of numbers. With these kind of numbers, it should be at a $5 trillion market cap. $100%. Anyway, we had a great show, man. I just think that for us as traders, as investors, we got to use the market. We can't dictate what they're going to do. We are participants in a larger game. And for us, we got to keep watching the levels, y'all. That's what it's all about. Listen, man, everybody that's coming in town, make your first trade event. Listen, we are excited for our VIPs. We got something for y'all. We gonna have a blast. Y'all can still get your online orders. I know if you still want to come in person, we got some seats for you. But we definitely got some online spots, so get your online. Jose, you don't mind, put the QR code up for our squad. We love it if y'all want to come through. Put the QR code up too, because you know they got some people that might be trying to watch and they can scan. They might not be in the chat. They might be watching on TV. Also, get your merch. Get your merch, get your merch, get your merch. Y'all should have the workbooks by now. Shout out to my girl, Nettie, man. I ain't even see you, love. What's good, queen? Shout out my girl. I'm proud of her, man. I'm proud. I ain't gonna put her business out there, but she know why I'm proud of her, you hear me? Workbooks are ready. You should have your workbooks. Y'all should have your workbooks. I promise you, this workbook is a game changer. I promise you it is. I'm gonna be in here, my guy Rob gonna be here, Sean gonna be here, George in the building, the whole squad is in the building. Again, if you're in the Patreon, I got you in the morning. I'm gonna drop that, if you in the top tier, I'm gonna drop that thing for you, so I got you. KT, I knew you was gonna come say that, dog. You tripping. We do got some larges, just not the ones you want, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Also, do me a favor, y'all. Go look at the video we put out last night on YouTube. I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share, bro. Y'all know why my YouTube been dropping down a little bit. They hating on your boy. Your boy I thought I cracked the code, and then they said, nah, go back. You tripping. You gonna get too excited. We can't let you get 200,000-300,000 views a show. So it's all good on that. Also, what am I missing, Jose? Oh, Apple, Spotify, Google Play, y'all. Go download the episodes on them, man. Thank y'all for locking in, man. We had 3,100 people in the chat tonight. We love it. We appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all same time, same place next week. Listen, man, stay focused, stay dedicated, stay disciplined. Watch the levels. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I love y'all between myself and my team. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Same time, same place next week. We out, y'all.